Everybody all right? All right, we here. And that, once again, by the Khan of Yahuwah, he saw fit to give us another yum, so let's take advantage of it now. Isn't that right? Didn't have to do it, but it done it again. Isn't that right? Listen, I'm glad. We used to sing a song years ago, I don't know why, but I'm so glad he did. Ain't that right? I don't know why, but I'm so glad he did. Ain't that right? And because he lived, I can face tomorrow. Isn't that right? Appreciate that opportunity, chance to be able to get it right and look to the Most High. Isn't that right? All right? All right, I see y'all were getting down. That was supposed to do that Zamar play. They probably don't realize that's just much a part of what we do. That's the part of the Dabarim. Then they say some people don't like it. Hell, don't listen. That's right. Anything I don't like, I don't listen to it. I don't know what folks talking about. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard. I don't have a whole lot to come say about what I don't like and listen to, because I don't listen to it. I just don't listen to it. At the end of the day, people listen to what y'all saying and make a whole lot of sense. Isn't that right? Isn't that right? I feel all right. Isn't that right? Everything they say, they pay attention to it. It's saying something. Isn't that right? Some people can talk, and some people can talk it like Jersey, and they can walk it. And they can walk it like they talk it. And I don't get mad because these people got a gift. And he done gave them Baraka, that's their talent. Let them explore their gift. And I tell them all the time, that's your ministry now. In the book, declaring the book of Colossians, it told you speaking and admonishing one another. You ain't gonna believe how. He saying Shireen. I ain't saying it up here, ain't right? I'm teaching. He told y'all to do it. Says speaking and admonishing one another in it. Ain't that right? Making melody in your love to Yahuwah. And I tell you, man, you doing it. It's supposed to be to Yahuwah and to his kabul. Anybody that don't like it, ain't your problem that they hang up. Isn't that right? I ain't gonna go, I guarantee they'll spend time listening to Big and Small talking about sucking some girl daddy penis because she's so fine. Ain't that right? Guy got homosexual rap. They listen to that. Listen to gay McClurkin. All them money, they gonna let them guys think that's spiritual. Your performer gay. Like that, your famous Christian singer is gay. Then the Dirty Kirk and everybody else, that's spiritual to them. I want somebody to sing something, I want to sing where they living. Somebody preach me, I want to preach where they living. You ain't living it, don't tell me about it. So I ain't living right, but I'm going to tell you about it. You need to shut your mouth. You ineffective. Isn't that right? I tell you, I don't know why y'all wasting no time to these folks. Listen, they're like on you. I told them, man, I said, delete them niggas off there. They got all that fools and talking about what they don't like. Delete them. Why you even on them? Don't even believe no fool. You think somebody watch me? I'm on here for what, 3 hours? And you don't like me? Your mama. No good well you love me. You can't live without me. Ain't no way to worry about sound, listen, talk, smell, ranting and raving like for a minute, hour, tell me you don't like me. You telling a lie. You love me. I tell you for man, don't wait no time arguing no retard, man. And that way, there's always one in the crowd. Gotta have one of them, ain't that right? Somebody get you out. Don't let nobody move you. You know what you're listening to. They ain't got nobody else to listen to. I ain't gonna sit here and they gonna source their information. I ain't just shooting out my mouth. We look at them and see what they say. Let them read. I ain't never just preach. Oh, Spirit just gave me something. It ain't in your book now. That's it. Well, tell the Spirit to come back, let them there written down. We can verify it. Folks don't realize what these folks got. That's what they were looking at with those that was in Beerah. They were more noble than those in Thessalonica. And that's right, because they received the bar with all readiness of mind. And you didn't believe what they did. What were they looking for? So you shoot your mouth telling the Spirit just came. We need to see if it's so. So I know, being a former Christian, you know how it is. You just take it what it is. Because who had known the mind of the Lord? You just keep moving in that, right? That's right. He talking about knowing to be able to try to tell him what to do. I don't tell him what to do. I follow. Isn't that right? So he give me something I can sit and verify and say, this coexists with what he says. And right, this line, that's how we're going to examine it. We're going to look at prior behavior. Let me tell you something. They lock you up for a crime. Don't you know the first thing a judge going to do is find out, first of all, what's been your prior behavior? That's why they give a person a first offender act, because they looking for pride. You've been a juvie, you've been in trouble, you've been in trouble as a minor, you're a runaway, then something come up and it coexists and it's consistent with your prior behavior, they're going to convict you on it. You know, say, man, they're wrong. They're going to say, well, all we're doing is look at prior behavior. It makes sense. This makes sense that you've done it. Then look back, this man has no priors. This man had no, this man an upstanding person. This person never been involved in nothing. This don't even make sense. But these people receive the word of salvation from somebody that don't even make sense. Man ain't never saved nobody after the 1600. Never been known before that. How everybody else made it before he got him? They don't want to question that though. Because then they got to tell grandmama, granddaddy, auntie, great-granddaddy, chairman of the deacon board, everybody, you ain't wasn't in the right thing. They got to take grandmama coffee table Bible off of there and scratch that white Jesus off of it. They know what they're going to do. A whole lot of people got to see him. How many of y'all family died and they were supposed to be pillars in the church? They had folk, man, my granddad was the chairman of the deacon board. He'd go in there and clean up and all that good stuff. Get the snakes out the church, all that good stuff. He was a pretty good man, pretty good level. But he died, he was wrong. Yep. Transgressor. Yep. Dig him up, I tell him to his face. That's right. He got to eat that one. Yep. And also, if you're going to dig him up, get my Uncle William. I want to tell him to his face again, just for record. I'm still pissed by he told me he didn't give a damn about my car, though. That stuff still ain't set well with me. Some stuff it take a while to get out, you know what I'm saying? My car ain't bothered that, man. Man had never had a crossword. That man didn't give a damn about my car. Yeah, I'll never forget it. Isn't that right? Be like, what that was, Hayward Old Pastor. Uncle William, I'll never forget. Look at that, ain't gonna hear. Yeah, I hear Hayward out about to start shouting. I don't want to get him stirred up. And I had him running around out there in the dining hall. And the spirit move on him. Anyway, we try to get ready to move forward. I look at the news a lot, try to see what's going on with these people. They always got something going on. Ain't nothing changed. They still the same devil they been. Yep. But it's just good to keep your eyes on them so you know what's going on, so you know which direction you need to take and where you need to go. It's unfortunate, again, our people, every day they wake up, they don't realize you're still inside of a system that every second of your life count and lay in the hands of these people. White people sit around, they make a decision when they're going to exterminate you. I know they made this say, you know who it was a surprise to when in Oklahoma and Tulsa when that happened, in Greenville, to the people that were getting victimized. Wasn't no surprise to the people that are going to victimize them. Everything you get from these white people is calculated. Yes, sir. You know what that is? How you going to beat it? You don't have no reaction. What you going to do? All you do when they stop you is hope and pray. Hope and pray. Well, think about it. When I pulled you over, I knew what I was going to do. I knew what I was going to do the whole time. You sitting here saying, oh, Jesus. Looking in your mirror, man, I hope, please, Lord, just let me leave from this spot. That person already put in their mind, said, first time they move, I'm killing them. You do all the praying you want to Jesus. You ask God all about it you want to. They already determined what they're going to do to you. Just like when you go to these court cases, you sitting around hoping some kind of way, some kind of breakthrough, something going to touch their heart. These people that already predicted the case already before they get out there. They'll listen to you just in case something might come up that they didn't consider. And then again, you still got to always remember, that's if they want to consider it. How you think a man can shoot a 6-year-old boy in the arm from out of his door and shoot and a judge just run a case that fast and say $10,000 bond and release? First of all, it supposed to mean no bond. No bond. You could have killed this kid. The whole thing was just straight out ridiculous. The charges should have been so elevated. I'm reading the charges came back different because they let the news saw it. Some white people got involved. Said, shit, we don't need these niggas stirred up. We already got problem folk kicking Asian ass, and these niggas sure gonna kick them. So they go ahead and we give him $100,000, so he's still out. That's only because you don't care about your damn self. You don't care about your kids. Look at these. How many of y'all kids in here 6 years old? 6? How many of them? Danny, you 60. You 6 years old? Who's 6? Asa, you 6? Come on, Asa, can I see you? Can you come up here for a minute? Come up for a pal. Come up here for Raw. Let me see you. No, come up here. Let me see you. Asa, my friend. Oh, man. Asa, serious. How you doing, Ace? You my ace in the hole. Here, I tell you my ace in the hole. Ain't that right? That's right. When I walk that barrel right, come in front. Hello, Ace. They're my friend. How you justify shooting him in the arm? What they can say? Well, the other boy was taller him. How much taller could he have been? Right. We're still dealing with it. What's the rationality of him? Do you imagine? Can y'all imagine? I've been telling y'all this before and for years. These kids' lives are in danger. When I was 6, I never thought about dying and getting shot. You don't even think about falling off your bike. You know, nothing should be happening you wrong. All you want to do is play, eat candy, watch cartoons, eat cereal, you know what I'm saying, get stuff, you know what I'm saying? That's it, you know what I'm saying? Can you imagine somebody his age, his size, having to worry about their lives by the hands of police, by the hands of other nationalities? And while we sat dormant and we do nothing to protect them, to defend them, don't you know that should have been such a fitting man to think, hold on, if I shoot out this door and shoot this kid, daddy, mama, and everybody look like he's gonna come, because there's no way this can be justified. I'm gonna rot in prison for shooting a kid. What do? Business as usual. Ace, I appreciate you, my friend. You're a good man, you hear? Ace is serious about that thing. My partner in one day in the Star, he had a dog partner, Ace was sitting there. I said, Ace, I said it was Star. I said, Ace, I didn't even know. He was there. Ace let me know. You all right, big man. You need to be careful, though. I said, no offended. Don't I partner, I let him know. Ace let me know. You all right, though. Ace forgave me, though. Ace, you all right, big man. Isn't that right? That's my friend, Ace. But y'all know, like I said, we can laugh and we can talk and we can play. But I tell y'all all the time, y'all like hanging it down in that place. Your kids like hanging it down. You think if he'll shoot a 6-year-old, he'll say a 4 too old or 4 is too young? A 2-year-old is out of the case? You know he'll shoot a 13, 15, 17, 18 to 21 or 22. Y'all see what I'm saying? Because your mindset already was there. You already planning when you had a sledgehammer to come outside to kill him. I don't really keep talking about that issue because that's one of our kids, and they can easily be yours. Unless these people fear you, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. These people got to fear you. They got to know, listen, there's no end to what I'll do if you victimize one of mine. They need to know that. And I don't know it. They need to believe you'll do it. I'm like Samuel Jackson. It ain't enough to know you'll do it. You got to show it to him. Y'all hear me? Listen, he had old boy now, he said you got to show it to him. Isn't that right? He said, you believe I'll do it? He said, no, that's not enough. You have to show them. That's the way they're going to respect you. That's it, man. They can tell they want, oh, you're inciting violence. No, the violence was incited when he shot out that door and shot one of our kids. At this point, everything on the table. Can't take nothing off the table. He got to, listen, he got to know you'll do it. That's just being honest. If I was the parent, I'll put some of y'all GoFundMe page. I'm serious. That's my kid. Y'all had to put me something on now. I damn sure wouldn't be up here right now. Isn't that right? They ain't gonna let me be up here. I know they'll turn me in. It'll be one of y'all niggas call and turn me in. He right here. Isn't that right? They'll do it to me. These people don't care. Kid been shot down. Think about the trauma of that kid. When he wake up, he had to deal with that. He in that shot and something hitting him. Oh, yeah, dude. I mean, I got shot. It still come back to mind it happened. You don't believe it happened when it happened because it happened so quick, you know what I'm saying? Then they always give you the story. Even the doctor told him, had it been over just a little bit more, the doctor told him that kid had been dead. That's another ass whooping he get. They're like, that's another ass whooping. You can't kill him without getting all them ass whooping. He need all them, every time you think, that's another ass whooping. You need to get one for that one too. Anybody come help him, that's your ass whooping too. You should have stayed out of it. That's right. His own nation should have came out and been against him. I'd have been against it. A black man shot the door, a so-called black man shot the door and shot an Asian kid who dropped the bike. Hell, I wouldn't support him. That's right. I wouldn't support him. I'm fair with the whole. I ain't gonna sit here and say, well, that's fine, it wasn't 1 hour. It's wrong, it's whoever it was. Right. But I'm looking at the fact it's 1 hour. Yeah. Tamir Wright, 1 hour. Yes, sir. All these kids that's gone, all these kids victimized. What's the other one? Michael Brown. Yep. 1 hour, he gone. They presented Trayvon Martin. And that everybody taking a point, white, Cuban, Asian, everybody take a shot at it. Everybody, we open talking for everybody. You don't even realize it. Nobody respect us. They'll listen to your music, they'll watch your comedy, all that stuff. They'll buy you stuff. Shit, they come out to you, they'll kill you. They'll kill you. Anybody gonna go mess with them Asian. Man, they get one of them, go touch one of them homosexual. Everybody got bills and got rights protecting them, except for you. You're the only person sitting right here. They got a bill of right for you. They got the right to shoot your ass down. They got the right to gun your kids down under the name of protection, fear, self-defense, or hell, just because. Isn't that right? They leave it to them. They got their own rationality to justify why they do what they do to you. And you know what? You ain't got no defense. It's just a little bit of time. Y'all gonna see it. They're just gonna start exterminating you all more and more. They know you lack. You worry about these crackers signing a damn bill for you to have some bill of right to go and vote. Tell them to take that bill and shove it up their ass. That's right. You don't even have a permanent right to vote. You worry about a damn bill by somebody talking about locking you up for drinking water in the line and getting a sandwich. These crackers don't respect us. We ain't even got a permanent. Most of these people didn't know they ain't have a permanent right to vote. That's right. You don't even have a permanent right to vote. I could come over, somebody could swim their ass over here from Cuba, hit the ground, and them folks are citizens. They can't get rid of them. You know, they can't deport them. Did y'all kids know that? That if a Cuban got over here and hit the ground, touched the ground, did y'all know they can't deport them? They got to give them sanctity. Right here, they got to keep them. You right here, you know what they tell you? Carry your ass right back where you came from. You don't like it. Right. Let some Haitian be in that water. Hit their land, their ass going to jail, they're going straight back. Yep. They'll do something for anybody that'll go against you. Yep. Anybody that'll hate you and don't like you, they'll get them an opportunity. That's why they'll let the Asian, anybody that hates you. You done came in and took over. Anytime you heard Asian, you automatically associated it with them. You're Asian. We didn't even know it. Somebody walk up and say, hey, you Asian? What? Ain't no damn Asian. Don't be calling me Asian, stupid ass. I'm an African American. Now you really dumb. Now you really dumb. You are from Asia. And all they just said, you is where the sun was. How many of we thought and we were taught that being Asian was a look. Every time they say, you know, so you're Asian American, automatically you associate, you are Asian. You just didn't know it. Once he moved you and took away, then he started showing you other people and making them symbolic of being Asian, then you automatically just withdrawn from it. They did. All it is, you're somewhere where the sun comes first. Even that's what they recognized when the Greeks came over to Spain. They recognized something. You set to where the sun rises. If anybody sees it first, it was you. So that cracker moved you over here with him, you get the ass end of it. Here we are now, getting ready. We celebrating what? Shabbat. It's over. It's over with over there. Them folks on Sunday. That's how and this is how you gonna sit here and let some cracker tell you about what they had first and what they know. Ain't shit start over here no Kissimmee in Florida. Ain't shit start over here no Stone Mountain, Georgia. Ain't that starting everything started there. Man, the hell you gonna try to talk to you gonna try to talk to 600,000 people on top of Stone Mountain. We can damn near look right in your eyes. Man, you gotta be high enough where folk can see you. We spread across the land. Yeah. Nothing but hole used to be high. Hell, you can jump off the top of Stone Mountain. Isn't that right? 2 steps, walk out, you be on the ground. When you compare it to where we come from, with the elevation we've been used to and what we saw. Man, these people here cripple your understanding. And they show your white man going there with a damn little toothpick in their hand, climb up the side of it. Make a fool out of you every time. Try to tell them how a man go up with a staff. He ain't got no iron pick and no rope around his wrist, trying to round his damn waist, trying to pull himself up. Right. Trying to play cliffhanger. Y'all imagine what kind of build, what kind of strength these people had? Yeah. To climb up, that man tell you to come all the way to the top or something? Where is rope and stuff at? Where is gear? Right. Where is camera crew? Right. Where the people to rescue him? He get jumped if he fall in the hole like man in the wild. Right. Every time these crackers give you something, make a damn fool out you. Got you sitting here thinking the man out here walking by himself, man, sure. Oh, I'm good. Hang on for me. Look at this. This is an image go. And you can find these here, and they're eatable. If you open them up and you can cook them, the hell you told me you just sat this shit on the ground before you cut the camera on. Man, got you think there and walk around, he know every plant. Let me tell these folks, y'all don't know nothing. I know. How many of y'all don't watch Man on the Wild? You watch that stuff. How many of that stuff? No, it's interesting. Yeah. What did man, do you not know how that whole thing go? First of all, the reason that they're gonna drop him, he's gonna shoot this. First of all, they give him books. They pull a video showing him the plants, showing him what's edible and what's not edible. He already has a pack. You think his ass just walk and just find a helicopter just coming? He has an already trained pack. Do you understand there is a camera crew with him with food, with rope and stuff? They never show you this shit. You ought to see here blunder tape. They show a dumb man walking and fall off in a hole that'll dig him out of it. Dumb as shit. You dumb that walk through some shit this high, I can't see it. He just walked his ass, just loop, disappeared. Man got a whole camera. You think that man, nigga, she said, man, that cracked up bad, man. He just jumping up. Man, you got all kind of folks pulling your ass up. They ain't gonna show you the whole climb. They show you enough to cut, break, put his ass right back there and take him to the top. That man got medical, all kinds of shit. You ain't just jumping out there trying to make you think you can jump your black ass out there and do that. They ain't clear pathway. He always finds something just happen to be that can be used. Like he's so quick on the mind. That's how they get you. Every time they get you. Listen, I looked at it, I watched it. I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed. I learned something. When you sit down and you start watching these people. So what do you think the whole idea of showing you this shit? I didn't hear you say what? And a lot, he know everything. He know everything edible. He come on and say, well, this water looks like it's drinkable, but it's actually not. Look, here's some charcoal happen to be here. I can put it in the water, and I can boil it, and I can make it and purify it. What the hell you want? How many of y'all just found some damn charcoal laying by some water? The exact charcoal you need to purify the water. I'm not impressed with none of that stuff. Man had one, he walked around here, Ed just picking up crab legs out the water. I seen that red around there clip that thing right. I seen that damn red lobster bag sitting there with them biscuits. Like, man, what the hell going on? Man, them biscuits was still greasy and shining. What the hell he doing some crab legs? And a red lobster bag sitting there, that man, stop it. These folks mess y'all up. Man, y'all sitting there, oh boy, y'all just be thinking. I know, only reason I know because I used to do it. I try to teach y'all when y'all watch stuff, watch it intelligently. You can watch stuff, if you're not intelligent, they'll make a fool out you. That's the whole goal of what they do. Every time I look around, they make a fool out of us. So that's why when we sit down, we try to look at the book, we try to think intelligently when we do it. It's got to make sense for us. We're no longer forced to believe anything. We have to sit down and we have to rationalize. The people we talked about that were in Beer in the 17th chapter book of Acts of the Apostles we read last night, why were these people going and making sure stuff was what it was? Shouldn't they have just had faith in God and just trusted God that everything God said is right? And just because he said it, that's enough for me. Because these people realize something. We are attaching our lives to this. We're putting everything on the line to what we're hearing and what we're being taught. We got to make sure it line up. Well, it ain't right. It don't make sense, but by God, I just got to trust God. Doesn't make sense. Everything he wants us to know and see, he made sure he put it and he left us witnesses. Y'all got it? There are things we use. A lot of times you look, I use natural occurrences to try to get us to understand why the probability is that it makes sense. From a natural source and a natural sense. You're dealing with people and we're not spiritual beings, as they're saying. You're human beings, okay? There's a difference. Now, how do we become these spiritual beings? When we start to allow the bar to come in and to regulate. Because now you're not operating from your human faction. You're operating based upon what's written. You got it? People are calling themselves spiritual and they don't actually even know what they're talking about. Everybody has a spirit in them. It's life. We're trying to go now to where we don't let life spirit take more of a control in governing than the word spirit. Y'all got it? Everybody has it. Everybody has a spirit. See, you know what's wrong with you? You don't have a spirit. What spirit? Right. We're trying to get to a point where the word regulates us. Regardless of what we want to, as human beings, there are things you want to do. You got it? Well, the word comes in and he asks an order. We're trying to get to a point where we allow the word to discipline us, that we can heed to that order. But the only way that has to happen, first of all, you got to believe it. The only reason you people do opposite of what I tell you to do and what you're being taught to do, because that's not what you believe. That's not what you believe. You will lie to yourself and you will try to convince yourself otherwise. It's really not what you believe. This ain't a way you got to force on yourself. You got to sit down. You got to make a rational decision. What are you trying to do? Where are you trying to go? Is it logical that you're going to achieve this and you're going to get there going the way you're going? What order are you following to get there? You got what I'm saying? There are certain things. I mean, even with a degree. You just go to college and get a degree? There's a certain order. There are things. Walk straight in and you want to walk right in. You want to walk right into your subject matter. First of all, there's prerequisites they want you to take. It don't make sense if they're going to put you straight in here and let you walk out. There are prerequisites you got to accomplish first. These are set to weed you out. Before you start getting the core class and core to what you're doing, it's to weed you out. Oh, this stuff's stupid. This don't make no sense. Exactly. That's why I put it there. I knew you would faint. I know you'll move. There'll be other people that will gain stability. You know what? They will finish it because when you get the core, this is going to really be when you got to really master yourself and sit down and really have to focus in. And if you can't get through this, I don't see it possible for you accomplishing nothing else. Y'all got what I'm saying? Yes, so when you guys see and you have these fights and you have this this different outlook and different outweigh, that's because you are a human being. When you become spiritual minded, ruach minded, then you'll start to look at the things that the word dictates. You'll get past. You won't allow your flesh to come in and cause you to contradict word. Mr. Yahuwah is a stickler for people, taking them out when they contradict his word, because he look at this is more valuable, this is more right, this is more real than anything else you're doing. You're only here because the word was spoken. I'm talking about that you even became a human being. Now he's trying to get you to translate into something greater. But since you can't even follow simple directions as a human being, why would he even try to transfer you over, translate you over into the Benin, the sons of Elohim, a mighty one, a superior one? That's tight. Drop out of elementary and try to go straight to college. Makes sense. Doesn't that make sense to y'all? Dreams and admiration for college and you drop down to elementary? You're trying to be spiritual minded like him when you can't even accomplish little simple things he done gave you to accomplish as being human beings. That makes sense, does it? That's why when we come in, we got to consider looking at book names, watching actions. Why did you name a book Acts? Because this is showing you what they did. You know what? I wonder what the apostles did. Well, let's go look at a book they call Acts. Isn't that right? That book of Acts is going to show us their actions. You ever seen movies? When they come in, you ever watch them direct movie? First thing they come in and call in, you know, they'll holler, action. And they'll call it Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. And when it starts, they'll start to tell you action. So we go and read because we want to know what were their actions. If these people that we read about had a relationship with him, how was this relationship established? What was it predicated on? You don't think, you just follow. That makes sense. You look at people that you revere from the book. Who is it somebody y'all can, who you revere? Who you would look at from the book that you revere? Ray, who would you say? Yahoo? Is that for Joel? They call Joel? Jehu? Oh, Yahoo. Okay, Yahoo. How many of y'all know who he's talking about? I don't know if he was talking about the website for a minute. Yahoo was a ruler of Yehuda. He was the one that was the one that came in to slay all of the Benin of Ahab, who was a Malak over Yasharon. He married Jezebel. Y'all remember Jezebel? And he came in and he was the one to take him down. He killed all of Benin. He called for the men to tell him, and then he killed all the worshipers of Baal. And the book, he did it through subtlety. He had them all to come inside of the Bethel and told the people that he was going to throw a great muhar for Baal. And he commanded that everybody be there. And when they came, he made vestures for them. Gave them apparel to wear. That's why you got to be careful what you be putting on your body. You'll mess around, you'll look like one of the worshipers of Baal. That's just man, he gave him something. He made vest shoes for him. He made all kind of clothes. You out here for them funky clothes stuff they be wearing? Some of that stuff for Baal. Then they hardly having a ball. They going to a ball. But I be careful. And what he did when he got him in there, he ordered that all the worshipers of Baal should be murdered, slaughtered, butchered, and not one of them should escape. Life for life. Who else you got? Who you like? Who? You said EU? EU. Oh, talking about who they called Job. Oh, that's not, why? I'm just curious. Why EU? Because what? Oh, is that because of all the stuff he went through? That's true. Who you got? Like Solomon? Shalom. It'd be Solomon. We say Shalom, it's Solomon. And he's saying Solomon. You said Shaul. With Shaul. Talking about who they call Apostle Paul. Yeah, definitely great. Now, with these people that y'all named, all these people had relationships. They had relationships. So what you should consider is going back, trying to look at what was their relationship predicated on. How were these people looked upon and gained con from Yahuwah? So a lot of times what people, you'll imagine and think about them, but you don't actually want to go back and look at how were their relationships established, because you're trying to establish one. Now, you don't have to do all the same exact works, but you know what you can't have? You can have the same exact relationship. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people have been, I'd like to be able to go and do, I like with Superman, just say like with Superman, I was a kid. We are the superhero. I want to be Superman. Cause I want to fly. You just get away from shit. The man had to go to work too. I ain't looking at to take that outfit to the laundromat and wash it. So when I say that, you're being funny in a sense too. At the same time, people don't look at all of the other things you have to do. What did it take to do? Like he had to come down here, had to crash, and you know what? They show you they stole this story from Yahushua. Look at what happened now. He came down here now, listen, and he was without father and mother him. See that? He was given a father and a mother. You know what I'm saying? And he had to grow up, you ain't gonna believe it, just like every other man. And had to go to work, earn a paycheck, and still had to work anonymously. Look at it, he came down, and most amazingly, he came down, and when you were seeing, he would be red in his apparel. He would take his cape, you can wrap it around, and be red in his apparel. And in my book asks about who it is that was red in his apparel. See, these people steal all the stuff, and guess what? He was superior to any other man. That's what y'all, when you say you did a super job, that meant you did a job superior than everybody else. That's what they were trying to tell you. They were trying to tell you he was a mighty one. And the people would revere him. He would go up and he would be above the people. You see how people would learn from and take stuff. The Greeks, all these are their gods. They took attributes from you and they planted and they created and said, you know what? I'll make this a cartoon. And kids will learn about, kids will love and fear, and kids will sit around and talk about Superman. That's how they get you every time. Hello? All right, I'm just trying to tell you. Just trying to tell you how they get. Even Batman, you see him walk around in no white suit, put on a black suit. That's why he's so smart. Maybe a white man cover himself up in all black, though, don't he? Yeah, smarter than all these fellas. So I'm trying to teach you to get some intelligence. Stop letting everybody else dictate how smart or how dumb you are. Stop letting everybody regulate what you can get and what you can't have. You got to be the control of your destiny when it comes down to that. But the first thing you got to do is you got to create your relationship. That's something you don't have. You just praying for something, hoping for something. You can do it all you want to. You got to put something into practice. I want to be a professional football player, a professional basketball. What I need to do is just go out there and try out. Train. A lot of folks don't play little league, high school, park one, all that stuff you got to do. Ain't that right? Then you got to play, you know what I'm saying? Then you got to go to camps. All that stuff you got to do, pay for trainers. And these trainers don't tell you what they want to hear. And what you want to hear, but they look at, if you're going to do this, I have to discipline you this way. These are disciplines I got to get you to in order for you to get him. Because you talking about hitting up on that stage. These are people you look at that are superior than regular people when they come down to the sport. So in order for you to be on that platform, you have to go through all of this. You got to have a resume showing. Nobody going to just let you walk up and say, that boy, wait, he ever played? No, he never played. We ain't looking to look at him. We don't even want to waste time with him. You know, a lot of people get out there and they're great, but you know what happened with them? They can't take no coaching. Y'all know how many people get wiped out? Listen, it's not because they ain't great. You know, they realize you don't take coaching. And get wiped out. It's a lot of people you'll never see that's great. They just can't be coached. You know, it's a lot of people can be saved. They just can't take teaching. They just can't take teaching. Because you know what? It's hard for them to sit down and have to conform to leadership and follow an order, and that'll kill you every time. It'll kill you every time. I know y'all hurt now. Every time you don't want to hear what you want to hear. People want to hear how to get around something. You need to learn how to get into something. You've been getting around the whole time. You like Tupac, you get around. It's time for you to get in something. Quit faking the phone, sitting on the sideline. Folks ain't strong enough, can't take the cup, can't take the body, can't do nothing they're supposed to do, and still talking about you want to be saved. I don't know how you can do it. It's virtually impossible. And that the whole purpose of him giving it to him, he said, because now you have a connection.
That's right.
You know what the thing about when you go to family and you look around, you see people, you know what, man? All of blood. All of us are blood that's him. Y'all got what I'm saying? And these people don't even have the blood. They have no connection to him in them, and they still on to say that they're a part, and that's something they want to do. It doesn't make sense because they know behavior that they're doing are contradictory. They know it couldn't possibly happen, but hopefully, maybe, some kind of way, God, Jesus, will look down and overlook. He's not overlooking anything. These are compliances. You got to comply with this. I got some cool, they work in compliances. You know, there's certain thing they do, they'll put you out of service. Most of these people don't realize some of the stuff y'all done did, you out of service. You might be trying to serve. That man, you out of service. And when he catch you, he gonna shut you down for good. That's why we're here. We're trying to make sure we're in compliance. A lot of times people think they're all right. It's just like a deal. They got to go through this stuff that you don't pay attention to, you don't know. But you know what? All those rules are set up for reasons. Isn't that right? It is. It's set up for a reason. Dumb. That's stupid. It's safety precaution. It's also to make sure you take care of your stuff because you endanger other people that's around you. The stuff that might look like it's dumb and stupid to you and him, these are safety precautions. Make sure you ain't a detriment to yourself and to others. And a lot of y'all, you're a detriment. Y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
You need to be put out of service. Uh-oh, they hurt. That's why we're here.
Yes, sir.
Somebody got to tell you that, what other people won't tell you. You ain't going to make it. You know how y'all going to make it? You got to get in compliance.
That's right.
Ain't no use of lying to you. You can keep praying about it if you want to. Maybe some magic angel will come down and touch you with some magic wand. You know where you'll be when this happens, right? You'll be in Sheol. There's no magic involved. It's all about will. That's all about will, and it ain't Smith. It's all about people sitting down and realizing, condition themselves to not let your will be superior and above his will. Y'all got it? Because he's prescribed something for all of us. That's his will. Now, if you're not doing that, whose will are you doing? Then his intent is to break your will. That's why when Yahuwah punishes people and put people through stuff, I leave them alone. Right now, you need to suffer for what you're doing. I got members that they bleeding hearts. They'll jump in the way because they feel like they're compassionate. That stuff not moving me. Listen, everybody gonna have more compassion than folks now do. When Yahuwah done set itself against you, it's bad for you to get in the way because you mess around and you get yourself the same affliction that other people are supposed to get. Sometimes you gotta let people suffer. When they get through suffering and knocking their head down there and they don't get it from them, then Mr. Yahuwah just take you out. You guys will hit the ground screaming and hollering. I won't. He give every one of us in the same opportunity.
Right.
You here today?
Yes, sir.
What opportunity you didn't get? What opportunity you didn't get? Because you don't have what somebody else have. Don't you know ain't nothing more precious than your soul being saved? And when people don't lay that to heart more than they do trying to get material things and trying to con and manipulate and beat people, whatever happened to you, happened to you. Yeah. We all been there before. But now he done settled down on that and giving us a sound mind that you can actually sit down and process. You know how much difference that made? First, some just shoot over your head. Sit down and process it. Is it logical? Is it practical? Is it obtainable? All these things you can sit down and ask yourself, nope, not possible, not obtainable, it's not practical. Then why am I trying to do it? Feel bad for people. Feel bad for yourself. Feel bad for yourself. Because that's who you're going to burn for. That's who you got to save, yourself. Y'all hear me? Yes, young people, y'all all got a good opportunity. Y'all gotta jump over all of your friends. Y'all got an opportunity to sit down and listen to something and process it. Understand it. Get to know it for yourself. Stop just believing something because people told it to you. It's got to make sense. How you do something you don't know? How many of y'all not do trigonometry? Well, how many of y'all don't know how to do it? I'm going to give y'all a trigonometry trick. Do me a favor, Boston. Pull me up a trigonometry question. How many of y'all don't know how to do it? All right, I'm going to need every one of y'all to get it right. All right, come on, let's get started. Y'all do your thing. All right, all those that are able, as we go down. Ooh. Alam Abba, which is eternal Father, everlasting Father. We come before you to shakar you, which is to worship you, to yakar upon your shem, which is call upon your name, asking you to look down from Shamayim, which is the heights and expansion where you dwell, and have Rekam upon us, which are mercies. The Rekam that you Shabbatah, Abraham and Yitzchak, Jacob, the Yahudim and Yasharal, that Berith, which is the covenant, that you will blot out our Qatar and our Ma'al, that you will recover us, that if we bethink ourselves in the Latayim, which are in the days, that you would recover us and restore us back and make us whole. We, with the redemption of these creatures, asking you to grant us an understanding we might mortify our members, which is kill out the things that are contrary to actions and works that we do that cause you to be angry with us. Asking you to please give us an opportunity and another chance. Although we yakar unto you so many times, which is called upon you, saying that we'll be new, that we would be consistent, that we would stop faltering, and we would stay dedicated to you. And we lied again, kata. We falsified. We hypocrited and false pretended. But now we're asking you in this last Yamin, these last days, that you will be Canaan unto us again, which is gracious, giving us an opportunity to make right with you before it's everlasting too late. We ask you to barak those watching in and those we commit to you in Palau that seek your Rekam, those that support your Debar and your Dabarim. We Palau that you grant them that they lose nothing, that you even multiply to them and grant them their lost desire. Your Shamayim and your Sabut, your Raha, your Malaki, your Jerusalem, the city and foundation Shalom. We ask that you recover it and allow us to walk the streets, to see your Pani, to be in your Paniu, which is your presence. We ask you to search us and see if there be anything that could cause us to stumble or falter or be a defect that you wouldn't receive us. Cast it from us and allow us into the Arak, which is the way of life, that we can be with you. We ask you to, those that had a desire to be here were not able because of conditions and circumstances, that you'll grant them and you'll barak them. If they're earnest of love or mind, earnest of love in heart. And as we prepare to move further, we allow that you take full control, that you get the Tahalim, which is the praises, the Kabud, the glory, and the Kabah, which is the honor. In the Shem of Yahushua, Yahusha HaMashiach, we palau. Let us all say, Amat. Whew. Cool. Who out of here said they know how to do trigonometry? Who said they didn't know how to? That's a man one. Let me see your hand again. Carrie, come on, do me a favor. Do you understand this at all?
Nope.
I want you to just say a little prayer and then look at it again. Just do it. You'll never know. Just try. At least just try, though. Let's just try. Let's see. It ain't gonna help. Yeah, that's the only way you're gonna get that. But if just try to pray. I want you to just pray and ask honestly. Can I get somebody that there? Will somebody that come up here for me? You know I don't want you to come up here. You stay right there. I need like a king. Joshua, come up here for me. But I want you to, if you don't know, do you have any idea what this is? Come on, folks. Come on. Come on, just like. Can you just honestly allow and just ask him to give you the answer. No. I heard him. He's honest. Now tell him what the answer is. Huh? What's the first one? This month, he thought first. No, he good. No, you good. No. But I appreciate it. You good. You know. Let me say this honestly. I did not bring him up for an embarrassment. I brought him up to try to show y'all you can pray all you want to pray. If you don't know, you still don't know. There are things that are set in place for a reason. Someone has to instruct you and teach you. And I only did that because as men, as human beings, we tend to put a lot of responsibility on Yahuwah to just give us something out of the air. You have to be taught. You have to be taught. It does not happen the way people have told us. If you just really try and really just be hoping and just be praying, oh, Jesus, right now. The stuff don't work. The thing we look at, what are practical. You got it. You have to be taught. And we'll look at that to verify. That's good. Y'all can keep looking at it. You don't get no smarter. What's the answer? I assure you, I still ain't in no better position. The reason I ain't looking at the answer, hell, I ain't understand the question. The answer, if I don't understand the question, he will give me the answer, I'm just the worst off. Romans 15:4. Let's see. This is Romans 15:4. We're using the Beth Mashiach. I said periodically we'll go and we'll look at the Septuagint, which is the Greek version, which means 70. We'll look at the Latin Vulgate, which is the official Roman Catholic Church version, which is older than your King James perversion. And they perverts too. Oh, them people sick. Sitting there posing for them statues with them little bitty penises. Man, I've been somewhere trying to cover up somewhere.
That's right.
So I've been ashamed to take that robe off.
That's right.
Man, take your clothes off, man. Stand up, but I want to draw pictures of you. The hell you say?
That's right.
What kind of fools is that? And then you know what's stupid? These people go to university and this naked shit laying around here.
Yep.
Courthouse. What the hell I'm going to court? Some lady, her titty hanging out on top of the building.
That's right.
Let me be honest. Nobody thinks nothing about that. No, how many of y'all don't think nothing about it? You see this stuff. You know that's art. See back there, this shit is perverted.
Yeah.
This shit is number porn.
Yes, right.
Stone porn. See how they convince your mind you don't think nothing about it? Somebody throw a naked magazine laying right there. You say, oh, Jesus, what's going on around him? Somebody laid that thing here with that vagina, with a vagina. They gonna burn. But you watch statues.
Yep.
Can we see something about it? Y'all look up. Let me see those pictures that's on the courthouse. Can you see we can pull up those pictures? You know what I'm talking about? I just want to see what's up here. I know they think, he's so dumb, Smith, your mama dumb.
That's right.
Just think about how they program you. These people, you go to places, you see this weird shit, woman ain't got no arm, and both her titties out, she cocked over like this. And you think something ain't wrong with this shit? That's art, sculpture. That's porn.
Yep.
But I'm just showing you how we're programmed and we don't think. They can program you into something. Look at the guy. They ain't, I don't see a thing or nothing, but just, they're butt naked. What they got? Hold on. Is he supposed to be butt naked? On the courthouse, they usually have on the front of the courthouse, they usually have all of them at the top of it. I know different ones do it. You do one of them courts down here, one of them major courts, they'll put up that Superior Court, one of them. See all that Greek, Latin stuff you got up here? What they got to do with you? Are you in Latin America?
I go one.
What one? I missed it. What happened?
Go back up right there.
Who, him?
No, down. Down, right there.
Look at it. Look at him.
Yep.
Man,
That's
somebody
right.
lay a Playboy magazine. Somebody go out there and lay a play.
Yep.
I can't believe you. You ought to be locked up. You
Yep.
sat here with this stuff out here in front of the choir. This is a sacred place. This is what kind of shit you
They
going
sick. That's right. Mm-hmm.
Nobody don't think nothing about this now. And it's on the light end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This pornography.
That's right.
If I don't go into too much, I'm trying to get his brother. Hold on. Y'all pull back. Pull back.
Pull back. Pull
Roll
back.
back. Trouble, I need a little more clarity. Talking about that trying to suck on a stone titty. That probably they come over and they told the nigga he's stone crazy, ain't it? You know that you be stone crazy though. But ain't some of these folks here naked. They had something hot. First of all, they need a damn job. Paying around the courthouse all day doing shit. Ain't these joking here naked? All these bums, hideouts, crooks, thieves, and robbers. If that joker looking between some dude, that's his legs over there. I ain't gonna tell what he getting ready to do. He probably been with that Marilyn Manson guy, took one of them real cage out so he can get himself oral sick. They ain't sick.
Yeah.
Go tell me and take one of my real cages out on both sides so I can get myself oral sick.
That's right. Yep.
Look, these white folks can tell y'all and put it, cause let me tell you something. Now, let's be fair. If y'all gonna call them sick, you gonna call the people sick that make these sculptures.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
He get it from somewhere.
Yep.
Y'all know what the Greeks do. Listen, the Greeks didn't have a sport where you had clothes on. Track was originally naked, wrestling naked. That's why they wear so little clothes. And the short folk wonder why they wear that little stuff, because the Greeks actually ran all that naked. They want to see you. How many of y'all didn't know that, though? What? All that stuff was naked. You be wondering why they have on little shorts and why they do it, because the Greeks want to see you naked when you're doing it. They're sexual perverted people. The Latins are sexual perverted people. Even with a turn, they take you. They gonna want to strip you, want to beat your ass all the time. Ain't nothing but slavery. They don't even know how we got the cycle. It's slavery. They got it from the Greek. They bring you out to beat you to show you off. What they had peer review up there? When they had 1 year they had the Capitol sit down and had players to eat donuts from around their penises. But see, this is what people don't look at everybody. Man, them got a bunch of faggots. This is just being honest. The Greeks and the Latins are homosexuals. That's why everything they have has some play of homosexuality in it. Okay. Even football, come on, something. Man, just ain't gonna do it hypothetically. He done shoot the ball hit. Man, good one. What the hell I'm hitting you on your ass for? You shot, all right, they give you one hell good one. Why I gotta hit his ass? What does hitting his ass have to do with him shooting that ball? His ass didn't shoot it. Well, just tell you. You know, now you'll tell you, that ain't gay, man. That's the sport. See, sporting comes from showing off. The Greeks got that. That's what it was, sporting. That's why you look at these folks going to these theaters, they all arenas. Yeah. Everything is set on a Greek criteria. People don't, that's the whole thing. That's why they encircle them people and putting them folks in these places, because it's all built off of the Greek theology. The Colosseum, all these columns, because it all denotes to time periods. Those columns we got, it's called fluting. They do all this stuff they do, symposium, everything they do, you don't even know just how duped you've been in this shit. People don't know no better. And then they come, oh, the hell? Is that a nigga in his lap? He probably think this shit cute. He don't know retarded. That white boy? He at home, he all right. He'll play with them titties. This thing here naked too. Statue judge. Ain't she got a tit out when she supposed to be judging folk? And they gonna put that blindfold. Once you put a blindfold on that titty, and they told Janet Jackson up when she did this shit. One got both her titties out, blow it up, but not enough where where nobody's struggling, who holding on. Them folks trying to hold on now. Ain't trying to mess nobody up. Man around that man and Vaseline stock shoot through the roof. Look at him. And plus what bad, you know what really bad too? You know these black women titties. You know good and well no white woman titties sit out there like that without no operation. But that's how they get you. See, now you go down there and put this up, but I'm just showing you how they show you're a hypocrite. Because people see these statues, and you don't think twice. Nope. You keep moving. This is called art, sculpture. This is a time period. This shit's still going on now. That's why you got Playboy and Hustler. Them crackers built them in 7 hours. They can constantly sit there and look at them. Men, little penises sitting up there. That ain't us. Them our muscles. That ain't our unit down in the middle. They know they ain't our unit. That's not us. Motherfuckers don't know. See, they built the revolver off the black man pistol. That's where it come from. Most of y'all don't know. Can you show a picture of a revolver? Yeah, that's see? Y'all laughing, but let me tell you something, honestly. What you didn't know, this is stuff that the white man did. If you take this, if you hang it like this would be it coming and hanging down. That's why if you look, he have it on his side. And it hangs down because it was similar. That's why he made them, they were black, because he had looked at your penis. Most niggas don't know shit. That's why they got him and call them long guns. They got him because they looked at, you know what? That's what the white man looked at. Mine bigger than yours. Yep. That's what it was about in the West, about who had the biggest gun. So now they came out and they invented the revolver because the revolver was similar to the black man's penis hanging down. What you got? You know, shut up. What's it? Hey! They done killed my nigga! Cuz had got so in the spirit, he was gone. I seen Custer get up. I said, what are you? He said, yeah, I'm finna go in here and show it. Calm down, slow down, Whoop. We about to be there. We about to be there good. He ain't got something to say. He got this. Woo. It's like them games at home, you be interacting with them like you be right there. No, you ain't. Woo. Well, y'all all the chain, boy. Woo. Oh, unscripted, unrehearsed. Maybe I need to get scripts and hand them out to everybody so I'll be ready for y'all. Nothing good. But just showing y'all that stuff that most people didn't know. Most of y'all didn't, a lot of y'all didn't know that, did you? How many of y'all didn't know that? But that's stuff you just need to know why he did it and see in the way, then he'll have two. That's what I always try to show. He'll grab on his belt, like a black man grab on his crotch. And he'll have his two guns. He's trying to show, see mine bigger than yours, and let it hang. He was always trying to emulate you. See, but why would you know that? Why would you know that? That's the way he beat you every time. He beat you, see, a lot of times how you get beat in psychological warfare. See, before he even put a punch or before he can hit you doing anything, he had to beat you mentally first. That's why you got to make sure you watch shit like Rambo. Let me tell you what happened to Rambo. Rambo was supposed to be killed. His ass supposed to be down at Leavenworth. Okay. What your soldier do some shit like that? You disobey chain of command. Your ass fighting against your superiors, and you're out here shooting at the police. Where you supposed to be at? Getting contracted to come back to go on another island to kill some damn folk. See that? But see how they get you? White boy, they don't want to do this shit. You know, see, people don't look when you watch a movie where it come up to, the man's supposed to be in Leavenworth somewhere. Rambo is an American hero. See, white people, even when they're wrong, are right. Because white people's judgment is just what it's supposed to be, however they see it and view it. Their judgment about you, everything about you is predicated on how white, if you are a good person, white people have to say that. When blacks, so-called Negro in the 60s, 50s, and 40s got land, a white man went down to the bank and told them, listen, give him a loan. He's a good nigga, good person. I'm standing for that. The only way your grandmama, how many of y'all grandparents got property? Got a lot of property. Your grandparent back then got because crackers went down that bank. I can tell you, no. Am I talking? I can tell you, I'm just making this up. White folks had to go to the bank. You couldn't walk your ass. They never done it. White folk went in the bank with them and told them folk, to give you a loan to let you get that. Man, these folks got loan out of front. He used to be a real good friend, man. I think they had like 300-something acres. They paid, the bank gave $1,800 for them, gave that to them. They paid that shit for over a course of 30 years. It take you 30 years to pay $1,800? You see how much money the bank laps and make over you over 30 on $1,800? But see, back then, they're like a lot of money. You see, now it ain't great, but back then. So they'll lock these people, and them folks struggle. You got to remember, you making $2 and some a day. You got all these kids. You still got to buy feed. You got to have mule. You got to have plow, all this stuff you got to have. And these folks hit you with other unknowns you got to have as well. So your interest, wasn't no such thing, no 8%. These folks were getting, like you getting 29 and 30-some% interest rate. That's how they did. What a nigga know about an interest rate? They told you what your note was. You said, oh man, that's too much interest. You want it or not. That's what you took. I'm one of the few, and not the only one, to sit down with you guys and have real conversation with you. Because you don't live inside this building, you live out here. You don't do business in this building, you do business out here. And if you don't know how to navigate, they're designed to cut you off and sink your ship. So I talk to you guys about things so you can understand how you got it, how long you paid, and how much they made off of you. And then they always keep you with the tax bracket again you. Although your family paid it out years back, they still got you with, you're being taxed at today's rate. So now we can always come back and get on the tax hit. Then white people didn't tell us that they barely even paid taxes because they had their land categorized as farmland. These niggas don't be knowing that. Agriculture. So white people pay them to keep trees on their property. Can you imagine this? Your ass got these scuffling high tax bill, he paying damn near nothing. If anything, the government is giving him money because they consider him to be a valuable resource in his land. Y'all know what white people do? These white folks will get property and get hundreds of acres, and they'll get together with other people who got cattle and let them bring their cattle and graze on their land. You know why? The government will give them write-offs and grants. They don't own no cows. They don't give a shit about no cows. But they got people that got them, and they cows got to eat, don't they? How about I let you bring your cows over here and feed off of my land? So now I don't have to pay taxes on 400 and 500 acres of land, which is going to cost me mega money. But since I let your cows come and graze, the government look at it, listen, me and my land are beneficial to the state, to the government, to the county, to the city, and I pay little to no taxes. While the Negro sits around and constantly struggles. My goal is to try to educate us, first of all, spiritually. Y'all got me? Then we got to get mental clarity so we can go out here and battle this cracker and we can get a fair chance. Now go to these other places, they'll teach you some stuff. And you'll learn, even some of you will learn some stuff more than what I know. It can take you higher with this. But if you don't know how to use what you're getting out here, you still gonna be dumb as shit. Yasharal had a functioning, working government. Yasharal had currency, okay? How do we know that? Because when they came to Yahushua and showed him the coin, and who did he tell him to give it to? Shit, man, we can come up with that shit. Where you getting that from? You get some more? He said, give Caesar what's his. And you give Elohim what's his. Which means that their currency was different than his currency. See, they came in and induced you with doing business with them, and you gave up your currency in order to be a part of their system. They came in and put inscriptions on it, which means our money didn't have the inscriptions. Why would he tell them? He supposed to tell them, well, bring it in. You know, this shit, we can build with that. Y'all got it. Because once they get you trading with their currency, then guess what? You're under their rule.
Yep. That's right.
You're under their rule. That's what they're going to do to you. Hello? You go to these places, why you think you go to these countries, what they'll do is take your money so that you got to get to an exchange and switch it out. Because if you're going to operate in my system, I'm going to need you to have dollars look like this. Most people, you're going to say, some people will accept them because they say, well, you know what, your money is more valuable than mine, so I'll take it on their end. Some place you go to, they demand you change it out because we ain't using it here. We shooting that shit right back. You're going to come here and you're going to use our currency, our pictures and what we use and notes we recognize. See, the Negro ain't got no business sense. Nobody ever gave it to it. Don't y'all know these preachers, these politicians are all preying on our ignorance? They need us to do just what I got Josh up. If you don't know, son, just pray and ask Jesus. Now, you didn't get the answer. You know why you didn't get the answer? The boy ain't living right. Come on, y'all. Y'all know Jesus answer. Now, everybody start like, that is true. It got to be him. I know Jesus answered me. Make a fool of the average person in the church is a liar. They're a liar. Now you got to admit the truth. You got to admit the truth. That when you pull out and you ask for something, you got to work in a consistency with it. Y'all got it? Okay. I'm trying to move on. Y'all don't look happy today, but that's fine. I still got to do my job. This is Romans 15:4. Listen.
For whatever Nikatab before,
Was written before.
Nikatab for our allotment,
Was written to teach us.
that we through endurance
That through enduring, without wavering, without giving way.
in the comb of the kitzel beans.
That's the only thing. Think about it. What's going to keep me from giving away unless I got some kind of consolation?
Right.
Don't y'all know there has to be something there to keep me from giving away? That's why people give up and quit. It's nothing actually valuable enough on the other end to say keep going. Hello? You can read it all you want to, but process it. When things are hard, things are demanding, things are a crunch, what keeps you from giving away? The reward. What's the reward if you keep going?
Yeah.
What's the reward if I complete it? So now he told me that there has to be some type of consolation. I need to know that. He's a very demanding person. I'm a human being. As a human being, it's pretty outside. I like just going right around. I don't have to go and drink or nothing. I just like to go and ride around and just do something. So what has to keep me from doing that? So what now? A right is set in place. I can agree with that. So I would have to become what we'll call a spiritual being. Okay? That spiritual being will be one. Now, what does the word dictate? Hello? What does it dictate? What's attached to what it dictates to? I'm looking to try to gain eternal life. Alam Kai. Y'all got it?
Sure.
So I allow that to be greater than what the human being Tony Smith want to do. Hello? I can commit adultery. People think if the thought of adultery come in their mind, they're going to burn and go to hell. I can fornicate, you can fornicate. So what has to happen? That would mean you will be a human being. Why would you tell somebody they commit adultery or fornicate? They're an animal. You're a human being. Do y'all want to be practical? You want to tell lies to yourself? So what has to happen? The word has to become the domineering part.
Right.
Has to go and be able to control the human being.
That's right. That's right.
Hello? See, when you say nothing don't even come in your mind, that's because you will have an empty head.
Right. Right.
You are a human being, which means your mind has information and it processes things. And you have to sit down and look at the process of what you're trying to do now. You think just to clothes themselves, people sitting here now, head cover, wearing the dresser, wearing shirt, wearing pants, whatever, it doesn't keep you.
All right.
What did he tell us? Will keep you in perfect shalom.
Mind stayed on him.
So if my mind is stayed on him, what am I thinking about? I gotta think about the word. What does the word prescribe? And then now with that, you got to go just further than just what does the word prescribe. I have to look at this. What are the benefits?
Right.
I remember when I first get a job, I got a job to get a pay. Because I want to get some money, I want to be broke. You get a job. Then you start learning about job. Then you start going, you don't believe what I want to know about. Benefits. Something else just besides the pay. What else can I look to? Am I going to take all the money I'm making and use it for health care? Am I going to have to go when a time I want to take off and I just lose money? Or take the money I'm stacking up, I accumulate because there's no benefit? I need something to say, you know what? This job actually comes with coverage that covers that. You spend little to nothing out of pocket and we cover the rest. If you need to be off or if you sick, I need to know that if I'm sick and I can't make it, I'm not going to be behind. When our parents came along, you missed a day, you were done. You lost that day pay. You miss 2-3 days, that's only 2 days of pay you get. And you were already behind with a full week pay. So what was the benefit? Just got to keep working. I just got to try to get some extra in. I just got to pray for some overtime. You see this? But you're still breaking down. So now what happened? You had to come back and hadn't fully recovered because while you're sick, you're getting behind, which is going to put you even more sicker if you're outside.
Yeah.
So you're never fully healing. I need something with a benefit. If I'm going to exalt and express myself, I need to know there is a benefit. But see, we weren't taught that. I'll come along and put people for me, they just tell you, boy, you need to get your job and go to work.
Yeah.
Isn't that right?
Yes,
That's
sir.
it. Boy, when I'll come along, by the time they tell you nothing, try to get you a state job. They said state job, you're dying them jobs.
Yep.
State lay out quicker than anybody.
Yep. That's right.
I'll come along, what do they tell you?
That's right.
It's work for the state.
Yep.
State job. You
That's
can
right.
die in them jobs. All the stuff people told her, it only started dilapidating because that stuff we started looking to.
Yep.
See, once we turn and make these things become our focal point, that's why stuff started crashing. America would be fine if they just got rid of us.
Yeah.
I can fix America. White people don't know I'm their savior.
Yeah.
Y'all think I'm helping y'all? I'm helping white people too. If white people want to fix America and go back and live in the lavish life that they've created and the functionality of the lives that they've created, all they got to do is get rid of the truth.
Yep.
That's all you got to do. Anytime you're going to live a lie, you just got to evade and avoid the truth.
That's right. Yeah.
Hello? Get rid of us. Because every time you look at us, you're looking at the truth.
Yes, sir.
You can put that white Jesus wherever you want to put him.
Don't
You
matter.
know who he is.
That's right.
You know who Yahushua is.
Yes, sir.
You can tell yourself all them lies you want to about a church. You know it in the Greek canon, they looked at, we were the synagogue.
Yeah.
They knew that we gathered where the sun was, because we were in a region where the Shamash came up and we saw it first and we gathered.
Yeah.
We'll tell yourself a lie and say, it's Sunday morning. Look how he got you.
Yeah.
Think about it. Can we look up that synagogue? Let's put up there again, synagogue. They just program it. You just don't know you've been programmed. Greeks. See, they call it synagogue. 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 I guess synagogue is what they, as you see the sun, they recognized that it was synonymous with the sun. Okay? They'll put sin up there. That's what you're doing. You tell you lie. The building where, this is what they told you, it's a Jewish assembly or congregations meant for religious worship and instruction. A Jewish assembly or congregation. See, they do this to throw you off and tell you lies. These so-called Jewish people were in Germany.
Right.
So that makes no sense that they actually did that. When the Greeks saw it, that's how we got there. See them, they come back and look what they use first. The sun. What's the sun known for? Illumination, brilliance. Isn't that right? You need growth. You know what they do? They get some plants. You ain't gonna believe where they'll put them at, Boston. Why? They put them in the window because they know it gathers strength from the what? And the sun helps it to what? Well, your book just amazingly told you to grow in kind. How you supposed to do that over here in this winter solstice they put you under? Niggas don't even go outside. We take vitamin D pills.
Yeah. Yep.
What the
That's
hell you
right.
like in Africa trying to sell some vitamin D pills?
That's right.
The Greeks recognized that they knew it was a meeting. Look what this is. Sun meeting. Who meets where the sun is? People in Asawa. That he told you was Asia. That's us.
Yes, sir.
Middle English via Old French, late Latin, from the Greek, synagogue. Meeting from sun, together, again, bring. That's why Yahuwah gonna bring us back down. He's gonna bring us back where the sun is. We ain't talking about the S-U-N. We're talking the S-O-N, which is the B-N for us to bend. Y'all got it? We're going to be gathered. And they recognize it. That means they saw us and they recognized we had a behavior. So meaning we would get up and we would be here when the sun comes up. Then they start doing, they come up with sunrise service.
Yeah.
for Easter. Then Sunday, get what they got to start doing? They start realizing people watching them. They start having early morning Sunday service. Early morning. How many of y'all remember that, the early morning service? Church tradition was 11:30. It was in the afternoon time when people would come to it. They start having early morning. They want to try to get the people to gather out and come in early. These people know what we do. They're watching you. Together again. That's what it is. They just tell you, go ahead, what's a synagogue? That's where Jewish people go to church. Thank you, dummy. You right dumb. He didn't want you to know that. What does again mean? That means you've done it before. Hit me. You better hit me again. What does that mean? He done hit me before. So you were going to the sun again. What does that mean? You've been there before. Come on, folks, this ain't work. But see, nobody ever told us to process. What was your definition today of synagogue they asked you before you learned? That's where the Jews go. And guess what? This is the answers for dummies. When I say dummies, not dumb that you're stupid, but just you're without information, so we'll say ignorant. A building where Jewish assembly or congregation meet for religious worship and instructions. They just brush you out and they'll put this here because this is basically what captures your name. When I tell people, they say, what's the name of your church? I said, well, y'all, they said, son, hey, Jewish, you Jewish? I said, no. I said, they want to be me. They want to be, I don't want to be Jewish. They want to be me. They be like, synagogue, pastor, uncle. Don't worry about it. Synagogue, that's all you need to know then. Because you're not bright enough to think. I started to tell them, somebody left me a long message. Tony Smith called me, because pastor ain't in the Bible, and you saying pastor, I said, I don't have time for these dumb people. Man, whatever you hear, that's fine. Take what you hear and keep moving, please. And wait time, the man speaks so much proper Christian, it's ridiculous. He got so many more problems he need to worry about than worry about the title and pastor.
Right.
He really don't need to waste his time. Like he was so far off. All he had was just a whole bunch of Christian rhetoric that was going nowhere. He was a waste of time. And the whole time he was talking, he was trying to convince himself.
Yeah.
Because he damn sure wasn't convincing me. Let's go on back to what we were reading. Did we finish up the 15th chapter? We left our constellation Nakum.
Yes, sir.
Of the
Ketuvim.
of the writings, we might have
Your call.
your call. Let's look at something right quick. In the 29th chapter of the book of Yeshayahu, that's based upon the mathematical question. How about that? Yasha, they call it Isaiah. Let's say that 29 and 10. Let's see. Do what I want. Yahuwah has saved.
Yes, sir.
Now he had delivered. Let's see what happened. This is 29 and 10. Let's see what he did. Listen.
For Yahuwah hath poured out upon you the ruach of deep sleep,
See that? His spirit right here now. This is what he did.
and hath closed your
Uh-huh.
the Nabaim, and your Sharim, the seers, hath he covered.
The word seers was a word that was actually used before, I believe used for the word what they call prophets, which was the Nabah, or the Nabaims. They were called seers because they saw what other people couldn't see. Now he just told you, I closed the eyes of your seers. Their was closed, which means they lack what? Knowledge. They lack information. Can we look at what the is again? I had, no, I'm gonna put the chart up there. Oh, okay, Hakazin. This is the Y'all see the pupil, the eye, the opening of the eye, the to see, to watch, to know, or you shade. So now he done closed the eye of your seer, which means now you can't see. Not only if you can't see, guess what you can't do? You can't watch. And what we supposed to be doing?
And upon.
We supposed to been looking. We were looking for his appearance. So now if I close your then you're going to miss, you're going to miss watching to see when I come. What else we got on him? And guess what else going to happen when you close your eye? You're not going to know anything. Y'all got it? Now, even when you take Yahushua, you think about when they took him and they blindfolded him. What was the purpose? What were they doing? They were trying to shade, they shaded his eye. By putting the blindfold on, they shaded him. And now the question was to see, did he still know? See, by closing your eyes and by blindfolding you, they wanted to see, did he know? Tell us who hit you. I just shaded your eye. Tell me who hit you. Now, let me explain that. How are you going to do that when you didn't see and you couldn't watch? So how are you going to know?
All right.
Y'all understand what I'm saying? We know Yahushua know, but you understand how that, so let me ask you a question, Lee. So what was the purpose of when they captured slaves that they will put them in the bottom of the deck instead on top?
So want to know what they tell you?
Because you would shade their So guess what they couldn't do? And they couldn't watch. If they couldn't see, that means they couldn't be watched. Because if they're looking, they're going to be looking for things to pinpoint.
Right.
Remember that. Watch that. Look at where the Shamash is sitting. Because that's how you navigate it.
Yeah.
Y'all got it? This is how you start navigating. They start looking at the star, how they align themselves and set. So now if I put them in the bottom, guess what happened? I just closed their eyes. I shaded them. They can't watch. When they brought them out, they didn't know. Guess what happened? When they took them and they would sell them, when they put them on the auction while they get finished, they take them. They'll put them in the wagon and they'll tie a blindfold around their eye. So that would keep them because now, guess what? I just shaded the again. And now when I let them off on the plantation, then listen what they remember. They remember getting put on a boat. They got off a boat and somebody was in chains and naked. Then they wound it up here. Now tell them, say, now get back where you came from. How? How can I? You see, the things that they told you and asked you to do are impractical. You don't like him. Get your black ass back where you came from. How's she gonna do that when I shaded her eyes? How's she gonna do that when she couldn't see and she couldn't watch? How is she going to go back to somewhere she does not know? That's how white folk can justify themselves until you leave. You know, if you don't like it here, you can always go back where you come from. Nobody making you stay here. See how they get you?
Yeah.
So the reason why we look back at this, because this is the language. We understood that once you close our eyes, how we gonna watch? To see. And we ain't gonna know nothing. Because you shaded us. You know, people get people for doing shady business.
Yeah.
Shady business. That's what white people did to you. You know, it's shady business to give you this book and give you some indoctrination and leave you sat here and figure your way to salvation. They gave you a book. It was no way possible you can get back with that book.
That's right.
It doesn't lead you anywhere.
That's right.
How you gonna get? It don't lead you anywhere.
That's right.
Look at that book and tell me where you come from, how to get back there. Pray about it and then read it. How many times you to hear that? When you read about it, you hear all of this.
Yep.
If you get something, they say, ask the Lord.
Yep.
Just pray and ask
Yep.
God. I said, okay. Still don't know. But just shut your mouth and don't say. You don't want to say, I did and I still don't know. Because then you'll be a heathen. And people say, you know what? You ain't going to be saved. Because that's what white people told them. So you learn how to do what most of us do. You just go along with shit for peace sake.
Yep.
So you don't even worry about it. Just say, I got it. When you actually don't.
That's right.
Come on, we've been guilty of that. Nobody ever gave us a fair chance of sitting down and saying, man, how does this thing go? How does it work?
True.
See, when you get the Holy Ghost, God just, you'll know.
Right.
How many of y'all, this first time you heard that?
No.
That just shamed you down.
It's shame. That's
Now
right.
you're in extra trouble. But now you ain't got the Holy Ghost. They beat you by stupidity. They hadn't beat you off of a fair game plan where it's been on the same playing field, same opportunity, same information. They beat you because I already knew you don't know. They're just throwing stuff out there, and you can't challenge it, because guess who you're challenging? You're challenging God. And you know what happens when you challenge God? Your arm's too short. When you see somebody, come on, put them up. Man, make a move. Your arm too short to box. Make a fool out you.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody trying to box, and people just trying to figure out how we got in this situation.
Yeah.
That's right.
What's practical? It's got to be logical enough for me to understand it if I'm going to do it.
Right.
So when he tell me that he don't close my eyes, I had to go back and find out, first of all, what is the eye used for? So I can look at them asses. I want to see that thing. No, it's by the eye that they're able to see so you can watch. This also gives you knowledge. Y'all got how important the eye is? Let's go back and look at the whole of this. That's why you have pictogram. People put pictures up in their house. You know why? So people can see. You know, you can walk up to a picture and say, I didn't know you went to Cancun, Mexico, and you never told me that. You said, how you come up with knowing that? I can see the picture. Oh, you took your family with you. You ain't even telling me this. I picked this up from the picture. Man, that water pretty. How I know that I wasn't there? Because I can see. So guess what happened? By looking, I can understand and know stuff. That's what he wants you to understand about your eye. And that was the purpose of letting you see Yahushua. So nobody couldn't plague you to tell you something you didn't know, because you got knowledge about it now. They played you and made a fool and kept things from your sight, which was from your knowing, so you wouldn't watch. What y'all think the purpose? Let me tell you, upstate people, they don't know. First of all, people upstate don't look up at the sun. They ain't gonna look, they're not gonna look up for the Yarick, they're not gonna look up for stars. They purposely built skyscraper to block them out. They also put all the lighting, the city light in New York. Nobody go to New York and say, whoo, man, I was in New York up there. Man, I was just looking at the stars. The buildings, wow, and the lights, the skyscraper. Nobody looks up. So guess what? Now it puts you out of perspective to where you need to be doing. Because when he first gave it to him, we go back and look in Barashit, he said, I put him there for us. I put him there for to be signs. So guess what he did? I shaded your eyes. Man, there's a country shit. How in the hell y'all niggas live down here? All these damn trees, man, and something here, stars and shit. Man, I like lights everywhere around me, man. Exactly. So you don't know. You're clueless to what's happening. Because through these things, we were supposed to be looking at occurrences. So, but guess what happened? I just shaded your eyes again. So you can't watch. You can't know. You can't see. You said this how. So when Yahuwah come along and said, now, I've done this, you need to understand what you were doing. All of these things that you can see were things you knew about. These things were significant to you. If I saw a man here, I knew what to say. Look at man praising Yahuwah. That man looking for guidance. He need direction. You understand what I'm saying? These are things we saw, we knew. And people who we communicated with knew the same thing. Now your communication is not the communication he gave you, it's their communication. So they put you out of sync. Y'all got it? They put you out of sync. I remember years ago we work on call. We set timing by listening. You can just get the time and you turn it and listen. And a lot of times you listen, see the car don't crank, turn it back just a little bit. The car cranking here, yeah, that's good. What you're supposed to do is put a timing light on it. If you put a timing light on it, you'll see the line marker that'll tell you whether or not it's in time. Now what you'll find on some car vehicle is that over the course of time, the chain loosens. So guess what happened? You can't set it direct accurate with the timing light. You learn how to adjust it a little off, and you call a little off on. Your book said that a little will leaven the whole thing and throw the whole thing. Now instead of you taking it off and doing what properly need to be done, which is to set and put a new timing chain so you can align it correctly, light hits it. Did you know you use light to set timing on cranking the car? Now they gave you a belt. But you had a timing light, that will shine and show you what a mark is. When that thing's spinning, that mark is sitting, let you know, that's it. Listen, you can put a rat, lock it down. That's it. Y'all see what I'm saying? How many of y'all know what I'm talking about? Do they not use a timing light? What you using to see whether or not you're aligned? Well, I'm going, so I must be right. You off. It's bad when your off is on. You see how that is? Why is it these people use a light for timing? Let me see how that happens. You call daytime and nighttime. So you use them to set, you use it to set it and you mark things by it. So he don't put you around skyscrapers and buildings and illuminated with all this stuff going. You'll ride through sometimes, you say, man, look at this stuff open, ain't nothing closed. Guess what they're doing? It's all timing. Right. You see how they got you? And you know what you're saying? If it's working, it's still off. See what I'm saying? Because you go places for them, man, I'm telling you, listen, lights on all the time. It shouldn't be. Other than the light you supposed to be manifesting. You get what I'm saying? Because he set it for a reason. The sun ain't got no business up when it's dark. Because that's all timing. You know what I'm saying? So we start looking at how we start to align things. Even with that, we start aligning behaviors based off of timing it with the shamash. Let's see. It could be, but folks, people got to want this. I don't ever want to get away from this. Before I move on, one of my young people, Kato had a question. Come on, Kato, what you want to know? He been waiting on me. He said, I've been waiting on you, Joker. He came and called about it. He said, listen, old man, I've been working with you now. I've been trying to keep your name clean in the street now. You can't. Come on up. Come on, man. He want to know something on this. Come on, let's see what he want to know. He had a question about one of the olive bear. I think about you remember what it was? What you want to know? How you understand the late? Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't understand this stuff. He asked me a question now. I don't tell him no lie. So this, which is our first language, the early, what we call it the early, they'll call it the ancient. So this is typically how our people first started communication. And through this communication, this is what we'll call a form of, they call it hieroglyphics. Hieroglyphics is where you draw. Can we show what hieroglyphics are, Boss, please? You want to chair or something? You good? You're getting tall, too. How tall you think you is? You taller than Dwayne. You gonna be on there. He ain't got no long way to go. Come up in this side before you got. Yeah, come up here. You're not really, yeah, I'm just coming inside.
That's tight.
Man, listen, next week you be looking down the top of his head. Appreciate it, Dwayne. So this hieroglyphics here is what hieroglyphics. You see this? These hieroglyphics here. This is more, I think, Mizraim writings. Exactly. These are some of their symbols that they use. So what they use were pictograms. See, like we got the lamed. This is their staff. This is stuff that he see they bowls and cups and see they look at the bird. I think what that bird they actually what is it? The falcon. Is it the falcon that they use? Because America stole the eagle. And the eagle, they got it because they followed Mizraim. That's why they got the eagle, because they actually have the falcon. Because they look at it being a hunter and what it does. So this is typically how people wrote, were with hieroglyphs. You see what I'm saying? Which means you use pictures for writing. Can we put up what the definition of hieroglyphs are? Or hieroglyphics, yeah. I think hieroglyph is the root. We sit down. Hieroglyphs, meaning sacred carvings, is a Greek translation of the Egyptian phrase, the God's word. You see this? That's what they look at. So they're saying this is the Greek's translation of Egyptian phrases. Is there something I'm missing down there? The God's word? I'm saying down there, the is the, okay. God's word, which used at the time of early Greek contacts with Egypt, which was Mizraim, to distinguish the older hieroglyphs from the handwriting of the days. What's that? Demotic? Is that what? Demotic? Want to use it in a sentence? Mm-hmm. Demonic is what they supposed to be calling this right here. Yeah. So just showing you what we use is the common language, or was the common language for people that are in Asawa. Asawa is what the Greeks actually call it, and they call it Asia now, which means where the sun rises. So over there, that was a common practice of the language. Can we go back to our chart? This was a common language. So we communicated with people that were in our region. Now, it's like certain neighborhood. I remember like Chanel, she'd holler, Seven Tails. And who would that be for people that live on 8th Street? Who would that be for? 7 Mile Telegraph. They had something that was symbolic for them. You would know that if you lived on that street or in that region, in that area. So people that live in that region, guess what? These will be common practices. The Aleph. They will recognize the Aleph as being the strength, as being a provider, as being a protector, and what it could do. They will recognize the Beth for building homes. They recognize the foot, the gun foot, because this is how they walk. This is how you think when you walk, your foot kick up like that. You see that? Mm-hmm. You see that when you walk? Mm-hmm. So this is certain. He said, furthermore, you received of us.
How y'all doing?
Because they did it a lot. So they understood how they did. Especially, and guess why you would walk like this? Tell them who know why you walk like this. Exactly. Guess what they do? Watch them on football field. They don't walk like they do. The ref don't do it. They'll do this number him. People would do this because you know what? They got it from Abraham. Guess what Abraham did? He walked the length of it, which means he would have had to been sitting around and measuring. So now they had the gam, so the gam was the foot. So guess what? Now they would know how they ought to walk. Because guess what? We're using the gam and knowing how to walk. You'll know what region to start because you know how far your length was, how far you could go. Y'all got it? That makes sense. So people in there knew this because this distinguished certain things. The door, they understood these things. So this is how this was a common language in practice. This language translated and came over to this. It was a second writing they came into, but it was a variable from here. Now instead of using the aleph, they showed the plow that he connected to. So this is what they did. They just moved from just drawing the symbol here, moving it to the plow. Here, if you see, they came over and they translated the Beth, where you come in, this is where you would have entered, no door, and this side would be a side here, which would be where the family was believed to gather. This where company and other people stay. This was sacred because this is where the family would stay. Here, if you saw they cut this off, would mean what? That's right. People couldn't cross over to that side. There was no cross nose, so that let you know right here, this was forbidden. Nobody crossed over to here. So then you see they translated. This was believed to be an Aramaic writing that we picked up when we was in Babylon. This was believed to be our last writing. Who was supposed to be responsible for this writing was Azra. Y'all got who they call Ezra. Azra was supposed to be responsible for having taken this and copied this. I copied our language back from here. We don't have a lot of writings in here. And it's not a lot we find there. Most of our writings we find there are in this style. There's very little that we'll ever find here. There are some that we'll find here, but you won't find pages and books of it in this language. You'll find most of our writing here. One of the most common we find a whole book is Yashayahu, who they'll call Isaiah, is the book that we'll typically find with this. So this style changed, and this is more of an Aramaic style. So that's something I had to come back and we look at and we put up, and then you'll see it now. Can we see how it looks now, Basha, how they use it? This is before it's all printed. Now, see, now they printed it up. Now this is what they printed up, okay? So how I typically track them here is I go up here. This is the middle script. I know the middle script. So I know that this, you remember what this is right here? The alignment. Guess what this is? The alignment. You see this? The alignment. And that's how I trace them back. This right here is the mem. Remember this? This is it in Aramaic. This is the mem that they'll call an M. You see it? So then I look at this right here. You remember what this was? Show the chart again, Boston, please. You see this? You see these two right here? This is the newer one now, but do you see these two? Let's show it to them again. You see what it is? Let's see it again. So we did alignment, mem. So what is this? The doll. So you see this? So it looked like a 4 on the other. You see that? That's the hanging door. You see this? It's hanging. The hanging swinging door. So you walk through, you can push and go through. So this is what this is, the hanging door right here. You see this? You remember what this was? Let's look at the chart again. See, this is what we're going to do. When our young people know, y'all our future. We don't want to just give y'all something y'all just jump around and you just believe it. We want you to be able to see it and know that we know what we're talking about. All right? So we got time to do this. Other people got time to make a fool out of us. You see this? You see this? This is how the early one was, this is a seed, okay? And that's when it started to take root. See, before it goes up, it has to come down. That's what he told y'all. When the book told you in the book of Ephesians 4 and 8, he said, wherefore, when he ascended up on, he led captivity and gave Baraka, which is give unashamed. Now he that first, where? That's why if you look at this as a seed, it really would look, you think about it should be seed and this should be going up. But he's trying to show you, first of all, it has the first descend. Because the first thing, anything had to do when it's a tree or a plant, or if it's any of those type vegetation, the first thing they got to do is take root. After it take root, now it can spring up. Y'all got it? So we move on here, the noon. You see this? Which is the seed. And they understood that a seed allows something to continue. So when they go and they get seeds, they knew when they plant it, a seed comes from a plant or from a fruit. So having that seed allows them to be able to go back and put it in the ground, which means it continues. So they understood when they had children, a son is a seed, just like you. Your dad got a lot of seeds, and he got double seeds. Most folks don't get double seeds twice like that, but that's something him and your mama done done. We'll talk about that later. So with the seed, what it means, he'll continue through you and through the other seeds. When you have a son and you have children, guess what? The seed continue, and that's what they understood from nature, that seeds allow them to continue. If you just like what Ahab, we talked about when he talked about Yahoo. When Yahoo killed Ahab, he also killed all 70 of his children, which was his 70 seeds, which means what? He was not supposed to continue. And the only way to do it is to wipe out their seed. So our whole connection why Yahuwah didn't destroy us, that's why the book said, let me see right quick, said at 9 and 26. Who know what I want? Romans. You said Operate? Romans. Romans 9:26 right quick. See, young people, they be watching. While y'all be sleeping ass around, they be looking, and they got questions. And I want y'all to know. I don't want y'all to just believe something. I want y'all to be able to understand this. I want y'all to be able to know this, because this is what we live by. See, what we believe is predicated off of what we're studying right now. Let's see what he taught. This is 9:26. You want to hold it right here and point to it while you read it? You like, hold on. You've been waiting on this, ain't you? That joker here, y'all see this? They go ahead. Yeah. Oh, you gonna let them read? Huh? That joker done took off already. Let them start. Then you gonna show them where he at. Let's see what y'all gonna read for him. Hold. Tell them to read. Oh, that's it. Oh, you on that thing, boy? All right, let's hear it.
And it shall come to pass that in the Malchum, where it was said unto them, Ye are not my arm, there shall they be Kara, the Benim of the Kai Elohim.
That's right. I see you caught up with him. What's 27?
Yashayahu also Sayak concerning Yasharal, though the number of the Benim of Yasharal be as the sand of the Yam, a remnant shall be Yasha.
See that? What he said? That's the end of that?
Yes, sir.
So yours don't have, for he shall finish the work.
That's 28.
That's 28.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. So he put on, so it's still there. Okay. Really, the verse part doesn't really matter. They only did that later. That's not how our book actually was. We had verses. Our books was just named, and we just read them. They were one complete writing. All right, go ahead with 28.
Yes, sir.
So you're going to start it, right?
For he will finish the work and cut it short in Sadiq.
See, that was important for us to know that. We understood that. He said cut it short, and that it was going to be right. So that was important for us to know, because we're looking at time period. So we typically looked at how things consisted. When we look at the Shamash, typically we looked at having 12 hours a day, 12 hours a night. So now we looked at him, that completed a day. Man came and started adding in time. When we first came up in Barashit creation, time was predicated on night, Layla, Shamash coming up, day, Shamash going down, what they call the sun, night comes back, that completes a day. So the cycle was night, night. So in the middle of that, you got what? Sun. Y'all see how that worked? So it makes sense when you saw him between two thieves. Because that's how it starts. It starts night, day, night. That ends it. That completes the day. So now, Yahushua told them, according to the 11th chapter of the book of Yehukanan, he asked them all that night, 12 hours in a day. So people started counting to do time. So Yahushua come along, when Yahuwah put him up on the two, the Ben was supposed to see, he was supposed to make the Shemash stay up for the space of a whole day, space. So you look at space, that's a mass, right? Well, I think space will be like an empty mask. So he looking at filling in something. So now we're looking at night to night. So when they brought Yahushua up, the night was already gone and day was here. So what he did, he caused it to go down and come back up. So he was able to complete a whole day versus putting him up what we would call 24, or a whole 12. He actually broke it down the way he looked at. Really, it starts when it was. I didn't give you a time fact on how long it was. You just knew it was night. And the Shamash came, and when the Shamash went down, that completed the Yom. Y'all got it? So that's the same thing he did with Yahushua. He put him up, and he took him back down. So he caused it to be day and night in the whole time of that space. So he let us know what he was going to do already. We went back. He was telling us, Yeshayahu cried, Sa'al, you can point at what I'm talking, on behalf of Yasharal, though the number of, yes, you can't see that either, me and you both, the number of the Benin sons of Yasharal be as the sand of the Yom. It is the remnant that shall be saved in it. So he told you something to compare. Now this is how many people here are pretty good with sight numbers? If you saw something, you could cite an amount of it. Pretty good with that? How many of you, if you saw an object, if you saw a number or something, you can pretty much get a pretty good concept of how many it is just by looking at it? Okay, so if I showed y'all, can you do me a favor, Boston? Show me the seashore. Can you show me a picture of the seashore? Please. And for a purpose. How do y'all understand everything? Is spiritual being or human being? Human beings. So we got to make it practical if we're going to understand it, correct? Okay. See, I want to be able to give them and give us something we didn't have, clarity, understanding. It could be the beat, as long as ain't no Buddhas out there. These don't see enough titty today. All that'd be the whole completion. That joke be, it is finished. Just give me a seashore. Can you blow up one to get me one of them so I can see the seashore? That's one. That'd be right. What's that? Playland Beach. You can give me that one at the end, y'all. Can we blow that up? All right. My people that raised their hand, how much is this? So what did they just tell you? He couldn't count them.
Yeah.
You couldn't count them. So the reason why I want to show you guys that, so you heard it and we say things sometimes, you don't really, remind you now, this is only one coastline. Mm-hmm. He just told you, though the Benim, the children of Yasharal, be as, which is to the same degree, this is how many of you are. This is only, we ain't even all the way down the coastline. That's how many of us it is. So how do you crowd going to tell you how many people lives in America?
Right.
How many of us around the world?
Right.
We ain't even talking about everybody in the world. We talking about the Benim of Yasharal.
Right.
So that's why your numbers come up effed up.
Yep.
Can you get out there? Can you tell me? You know how small these granules are, right? You done been to the beach, you done seen sand. How tiny sand is. You ain't been to the beach. We gotta try to fix that. Well, we gotta probably take it down to Myrtle Beach. You wanna see the beach? We gotta go to the beach. Daytona? Hell no. We're going to Daytona. Man, that damn water so ashy nasty. That's the first spring break. Now, it still got pitch down there from the 60s and 70s. I need to take them somewhere clean where folks sit down and meditate. Need to go down to Myrtle Beach. We can eat somewhere. But a granule is so small. You done seen like salt? That's how small it is. So you imagine all this being salt. They looking at it, it's only blanket because he took all of these little small particles to make this. He took one seed of Abraham and made something bigger than this.
Wow.
You understand that? If you take up just the end of it, one look, it's so small, like a mustard seed.
Right.
And this how it multiplied. See, everything he told you were things they knew. They knew that if you planted what it could actually contribute to, what it could actually mass. Y'all got it? So that's what we're trying to look at now. So this is what he said, though you were like this, couldn't be numbered for multitude. Let's go back and see what he told us. Sand of the sea. He said, it is the remnant that shall be saved. Do you know what remnant is? It's like residue. Residue is the word you actually look for. A residue. A residue. How many of y'all you ever drink chocolate milk? You ever drink it like at school in the cartons they had? Any of y'all ever drink that chocolate milk in the cartons? That stuff be in the bottom, you ever seen that? When you drink it, it be in the bottom in the corner. It's called residue. Is that equivalent to how much you drunk? Or that's just a small little bit? He said that's all he gonna save. So see, this is something you can understand. Can you show me a picture of residue or something? Maybe a bottle or a container that has residue? Just showing y'all something. Because this is what hurt us. If you're not actually thinking when you're hearing and you're being taught and processing, then it'll evade your mind. You'll miss it. You really don't think about what he's saying. Y'all saw how big the beach is. That's only once, and that's not even the complete coastline. He said that's how many of you guys it is. Let's say something. That coffee cup would have been good. Let me just use that. Can we blow that one? Okay. You see this right here? Does this amount to that whole cup?
Oh.
This what's left after everything is out of the cup. Y'all understand that? This is what's called a remnant. Now imagine this cup full, how much it was compared to this, or even this. So this is what he was trying to tell us. Although you can mash this whole cup, I'm only gonna save this. I'm admitting that you multiplied. I'm admitting that you got thick, but I'm only gonna save this.
Wow.
Let's see what happened. Come on. We'll come back to what he had. Now he gonna start at 28. His 28. 28 on here starts over here. Okay. Go ahead, Chris.
For he will finish the work and cut it short in Sadiq.
See, he gonna finish the work. He said, but I'm gonna cut it short. Let's see what happened.
Because a short work will Yahuwah make upon the Arats.
Hold on. Okay. For my Adon has done in the midst of the Arats, throughly, and what is it? Determinately? Determinately? Use it in a sentence. He done determined. Lee did it. All right, come on. Let's see what 29 tell her.
And Yeshayahu said before, except Yahuwah of Sabaoth had left us a seed.
See that? A remnant. A seed. See, which is a, now listen. He's saying remnant, right? Here is recording a seed. That's how small it is. It's equivalent to what he left as a seed. Let's see what happened.
We had been as Sodom and been made like unto Gomorrah.
he left none of them. He destroyed them.
Yep.
Y'all see that?
That's right.
But what did he do? He took a residue out of them.
Right.
He said, except he had left, that's why he took Lut and took his 2 daughters out,
Right.
compared to the whole city. Because that was something that people could consider and look at. He only took a small portion. It was nowhere near equivalent to what it had already massed there, or the amount of people that he did. That's why, you know what? Brrr, brrr, brrr. You know what the news is going to say this was?
Mass shooting.
Mass shooting. And then they'll tell you 3 people escaped. What you say? Ooh, that's good. You said, man, that ain't nothing.
Right. Right.
Look at all the people that were killed. It was a large number of us that's going to be destroyed and have been destroyed. But he left us a seed so he could go back and he can reestablish. Right. See, with the seed, guess what he could do? He could continue.
Right. Right.
Make sense? Yes, sir. Let's go back to the olive bed chart, silence. So it makes sense to seed, it's got to go down first, remember? It has to root. My young people, y'all follow me on this? It's got to go down first, then spring up. It can't go down up. It's got to go down, up, the noon. And this is what they came into when we started from our captivity in Babylon. This one we start right in the Aramaic style. This is considered to be the Aramaic style, okay? Aramaic is what this is considered to be right here, okay? That kind of help out some, a little bit. Well, we're done. Then I appreciate, he said a lot. I appreciate my man. Give him a hand clap. Appreciate it, Caleb. That's our goal, to try to educate our children. They got to understand this is their future. If this is a religion that we're going to pass to them, they need to at least understand it. Mm-hmm. So they'll know why to stay with it. When somebody come up and say, why not Buddhism? Cause my daddy wasn't no Buddhist. There ain't no answer.
That's right.
Ain't that right? There ain't no answer. You need to know, you need to be able to be in defense for what you're standing for and understanding where your religion started from. See, all these other religions out here, they all stole from us.
Right.
They don't have no origination date. I mean, not something that actually makes sense, because the question should be, what were people before that?
That's right. That's right.
Okay? Now, come on, man. What I had y'all holding me? Yeshayahu 29:10.
Yes, sir.
This is Yeshayahu 29:10. I appreciate it. These young people, they have questions. They'll come to me, they'll ask, they want to know. They'll say, hey, you said this, I want to know what this, I didn't get what you said when you said this, or you called a word, and I don't know the meaning, I want to know what the meaning of it is. That's good. We want them to be inquisitive, and we want to give them the right answer, because we don't want them to go out here and somebody tell them a lie. Isn't that right? Just trust the Lord. That's what got us in trouble, just trusting the Lord.
That's right.
This is 29:10 of Yeshayahu, and what did we say, our young people, what did we say that book was, Junior? Okay, Yeshayahu. Good answer. What do we say Yeshayahu means? It's a good answer. I'm going to call you here and get it. You don't remember? Okay. You remember what it was? Jared? You remember what it was, Twan? You said, wait a minute, I remember, like, who? Who is, what you saying, Dan? What answer? I got an answer back there waiting on me now. Isn't that right? Ian said, I don't know when you're going to cut them guys off and come on back. Ian, tell them what it means. That's right. It means Yahuwah saved. I remember the Yasha is delivered or saved. So that's why we look at this book, because we're looking at Yahuwah saved.
That's
okay?
right.
Y'all remember the few. This y'all book. This y'all language. Y'all need to know what your books are saying. Why you're referencing the book. Because he's telling us that he saved. He delivered. Mm-hmm. So we're looking for those attributes, okay? Let's see. 29:10, listen.
For Yahuwah hath poured out upon you the ruach of deep sleep, and hath closed your
So now y'all understand that, don't you? Listen who he did it to.
the Nabaim and your Sharim, the Kazim, hath he covered.
See that? And what's important about all these people he referenced? These are the people that constantly flow. If I'm correct, the Nabar is somebody that steadily flows. So that's just like, so if you got a river, Rivers and streams flow where?
Underground.
To where?
To the
They
ocean.
go to the ocean, to the sea. That's how the ocean is never empty, because there's always a flow to it. So now you're going to refer to the people as who? As the ocean, the Yam, as Ma'im. You're right. So now, if you don't have streams flowing to you, what happens? You start to dissipate. That's right. You said you start to play out or run out. You see how important that is? So when he taught these people had to look at things from a concept they understand. It was like a lot of times people want to try to get like what our people learned to do, they understood on their escaping. Not the people necessarily with Harriet, but people would look for rivers, streams, because they knew that streams will increase and turn into rivers. Rivers that they're running are going to bring you to bigger bodies of water, and they knew that was their way out, because one thing they recognized, the people that came on with ships, they brought us over on waters, and we didn't come through no stream. So if we follow these little streams, and they pick these creeks, they pick up the streams and rivers, and we get to larger bodies of water, our probability of getting back is better. Because one thing you got to always remember, he set us up where? Coastlines. That's why he would call it the isles. That's why the white folks tell you about islands. I always get you on that. It was the coastlines. So we were familiar with water, and we knew how water got there, right? So they knew when they would escape, follow the river. Follow the creeks, follow the streams. They'll lead you out, because they master bigger bodies of water. And since you came over on water, you got to go back the same way. Y'all got it?
Yes, sir.
So, which means our people had to know how to navigate.
Mm-hmm.
Just like Yahushua did. He used the water to get him up there. Hello? He did the same thing. Even with Noah, the water got him to the top of the mountain.
Yeah.
Got him to the top of the mountain.
That's right.
What happened when the water dissipated, subsided? Y'all did know that the ark was on top of a mountain, a heart. So how do you think Yahushua got down?
Man.
Guess what happened? That's why they brought him before the army. He asked him, who you want
right.
me to crucify? What did they say? Yahushua. Then they said what with him? Away with him. They put him on the water. Just like Mushah mother, you cast him on the water.
Yeah.
That's all they did was cast him on the water. And guess what? The Ma'im took him straight to the mountain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He told you the people were water.
That's right.
So that's why people that watch understood. Let's see what the chart is again, please, for the Ma'im. And the reason why we talk like this, and it might be slow for some of y'all, you got to understand. You can't just keep looking at something and just take off believing it. Look at it for what they saw. I try to look at this the way they saw it. Okay? This is it. This was their early drawing of water. Ma'im is what they called it. See this? Ma'im. This is when you saw the modern script. The modern script was a little better scripted, because over time they kind of changed it, but this is how they had it, which was the mem. The mem is what it was, and it meant water. That's what we call water, mem. Now, what did they know the water be for? Chaos. What else they knew? The water could be strong. It can. The water can be strong. And they also knew too that they knew that blood had water in it. Y'all got it? And they also knew that water, mem, could be a life, it could be a vein. That's what you look at. If you pay attention, if you look at a map and you'll see streams, creeks, and rivers, you know if you'll pay attention, they're not big. They go to bigger bodies, just like your veins do go to arteries. Your arteries, they all travel to to the liver, to the lung, but you'll start to bigger organs. So you see they understood. Now, they couldn't see body inside the body parts of how things grow. Now we got technology allows us to see that, but it let us know that Elohim could see the insides of us. Just like we do the x-ray. They'll put something in front of you that can actually come and they'll look and it can actually visually show you the visualization of what's going on the inside of you. Well, Yahuwah already had created it. It was called a Dabar. He called it a glass, which they'll call a mirror now, because it was reflective. And it could show you how things actually look. Just like there were things we didn't know about ourselves on the inside of us. You might have a pain, you don't know it, and you'll go and they'll do an x-ray, a CAT scan. You know, and it'll allow you to see in the dark and come inside and say, well, okay, got some good news and bad news. We know what's going on. Bad news, we're going to do some surgery because we got to go in and, shoot. But we found a problem. Guess what happened when the word comes? There's some things that's going on inside of you and with you. You didn't even know until we put the word on you. So now the word comes along and start to show and identify. And then you know what? Your character comes out. Your expressions come out and that's what's wrong with you. Y'all see that? But now we understand that because of technology we got today as human beings. Those machines aren't used for spirit. They're used for human beings to find out what's going on. Right. What other things are normal. If there's a break, you can't just, like before, when people had breaks back years back, they try to set it by feel, and you just try to let it heal. And a lot of times, people say it's better. If anything broke gets anywhere near, it's better. That don't mean it's correct. Right. Now, through technology, you can actually set it. And if it don't allow because it's too broken, you can go and put pins in it and lock it and then allow it to be able to grow together. Right, right. So the same thing happened with us. With the word, we're able to come and actually properly set it. Y'all got it? Okay. I don't know. These people don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I need to go to church tomorrow. For me, I hog this. Because it makes sense. Let me see their stuff, Bison. This is how they beat me. This is how they beat me. This is how they beat you. This is how they beat you. So this is different, but they stole this from you. He stole this from you. Let me see his A. Can you drop this down? Go back up. See, look at this. This is the olive. Let me slide this over. Look at this now. Go across. Let me see this. Look at this. All you got to do is just turn this way. Because this was the plow. This was symbolic. Because we use this to plow for us. And in plowing, they will provide food for us. It can also defend and protect. So by using this told us everything we need to know about it. Because we knew what we would plow, what we would put here. We would put the olive here. And he could provide because he could pull that plow. And now through him tearing the ground, we could go and put a seed. Let me see. Can we see the noon? After we tear the ground up, now we can put a seed in there. Because the olive has assisted us in giving us a seed that we can grow thereby. That's what we look at Yahuwah for. And we give thanks, give hadou to him. Thanks. Because of what he's done, he's allowed us to have a seed. That's right. So he becomes so beneficial at the start of what we do. Y'all got it? Yes, sir. So now these people, your enemy, have gone over here and they gave you the letter A, which means, well, I'm sorry, this is the Greek. Is it the ancient Greek? This is an alpha for him. The Latins had gave you an A, which is symbolic to what? What story can you tell behind this? Nothing. But now he's disciplining you and had you spell a word. But when we said things, that it had so much more meaning to it. Because we knew the attributes. Can we slide back over? Like you look at the olive, look at that. Power, because he's strong, and he's a leader. So slide this over. So guess what I would want to be? I would want to be an olive. Because I feel I'm strong. If I say I'm the olive, that means I bear these attributes. I'm strong, I have power, and I'm a leader. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Let me tell you, slide over a little bit. Let me say, if I tell you I'm the A, what is that? Mm-hmm. See, it don't really bear any reference. It's just ABCs. It doesn't tell us anything. But it'll get you on the sounds of it, then you start to put it and formulate words, but it don't actually root to anything. You got what I'm saying? The substance is not there. When we look at our language, there's a substance behind it. You know what I'm saying? All these give you just a few. These are not all of the attributes, but it lets you know, just like the bed, what I can do at the home. Who stays at the house? The family. The family resides at the house. And the family resides where? In the house. Y'all got it? Let's see what he told you right quick. Y'all look at this now. You see the bed. Tent plan. That's showing you this the plan. Any of you own a home or live in a home, then your home, before it was ever built, there was an architectural plan made of it. Mm-hmm. That's what they got. That's fine. That's why I told you this was the 10th floor plan, which means this plan was designed to be able to house what I'm going to put in it. Y'all got it? Yes, if you're going to sit with an architect, going to be one say, well, how many rooms you trying to put in it? How many windows you want to put in it? You know what I'm saying? You want a 2-car, 3-car garage, 4-car garage. So you're sitting down because right now what you're doing, you're planning. You're planning before you build. You got it? So when I build, I'll build according to what? This plan. That's right, they've been constructed. That's how you get this. Y'all got it? And when you build, the intent is for the mishpachah. Right? And this will be a place where they will reside. Y'all got it? That's right. And they'll be in and not out. That's right. The 8th chapter right quick of the book of Yehukanan, they call John. I try to get y'all to go because y'all don't know if y'all going to make it much longer. Woo. Y'all need to go back to church, hear a couple of them good sermons about Jesus. Y'all come back here, boy, I'll be like fresh water. Who had that my job? You just want to see them son of women fall out on little miniskirts. Yeah. I'm talking about the spirit. I mean, church, you know, is really beneficial if you're stupid.
Right.
It is beneficial if you're stupid because you would doubt. But once you start and you take on knowledge, it just starts. I couldn't sound let anybody teach me that.
Couldn't
stuff.
do it.
Right.
I just been, because I know your communication ain't really got no relevance. Mm-hmm. You can't really date your stuff back. It doesn't make sense. And I know the people listen to it don't even know what they're doing. So for me to sit down and entertain would mean I would have to be stupid.
Yeah.
At that point, you know what I'm saying? Know what I know, I would have to be stupid. There's no way I listen to a Christian preacher. It will never happen. Never happen. I wouldn't listen because I know you don't know what you're talking about.
That's right.
Let's see what he told you. This is 8 and 3 of the book of Yehukanan they call John. What does Yehukanan mean? Dan, you know what it means? Not yet. You about to say, hold on, I got troublemaker. Are you going to be a troublemaker? You going to have the right answer. And you ain't going to be no troublemaker. I'm taking a chance on you, Joker. What's the answer? He got it. Joker, see, that's how you call trouble. You start boasting in your living. Yahuwah is gracious. That's right. So now when we read this book, what are we looking to find?
Favor.
That's right. We're looking to find a favor. That's what we're looking for. We're looking to find favor. If the name of the book is Yahuwah is gracious, then we're looking to find where's the favor. Mm-hmm. Y'all got it?
Sure.
Y'all remember the Wendy's commercial? That's right. They would go to them other hamburger restaurants. They'll lift the bun as
Where's
that was
the
hot.
beef?
Y'all remember that?
That's right.
Because it's supposed to be a hamburger.
That's right.
Where's the beef?
That's right. That's
And they
right.
realized they would have to go to Wendy's.
That's right.
Yeah.
Isn't that right? You remember that? But you know, it just got you understood. It's supposed to be a hamburger. Where's the hamburger?
That's right.
I see the bread, but where's
Where's
the
the
meat?
beef?
So that's what we're doing. If he's supposed to be saying that he's gracious, we're trying to find where is the con.
That's right.
Yeah. That's right.
All right? Let's see what he said. Listen.
As he spake these dabarim, many among on him.
See, many among on him. I would say, and it came to pass. This is what happened.
Then said Yahushua to those Yahudim,
Who did
which
what?
among on him,
Well, I would say in him,
if ye continue in my debar,
if you truly stay in my word, the bar.
then are ye my Methodist indeed.
He said, then you are my Talmudim. Talmudim. Methodist is the one where you use Talmudim, which will be his students. And now basically saying that you're his student, you've been taught by him, would mean that you will have, that you will be who? It's tight.
No,
Say it louder.
no,
Say it louder.
no.
You're all right. He just told you if you continue. What do you know about continuing?
See.
I mean, see, you got to start processing the way they're saying. If you tell me to continue, what would they know about continuing? that might be your seed. Now, let me see. Now, to Abraham
And to see.
was.
The promises
So
made.
if I stayed in his teaching, what is he telling me? Then say it louder. Say it what it is. You say I'm pointing it for them to understand his speech? Why would you be talking me about continuing unless you're talking me because I understand our verbiage? That's going to take me to the seed to continue. So if I continue in your word, the only thing I knew about continuing was the noon, which was the seed. He said, then you are my students. You are my taught ones. So how do I become his seed?
Continuing in what he taught.
By being taught. The teaching. Now you see how the word becomes spiritual and it transforms you. Or now you're being translated. Now you're being translated unto the benin or to the ben because of the information. You take a person who can't defend themselves and teach them martial art and they'll become an expert. Because you translate them through the minds, through the teaching, through the information. So now he's transferring us through the minds, through the information. That's how we become it. Listen, there's no way we could get it if we just do by blood lineage. Because first of all, we don't know where you come from.
Right.
There's no way. Listen, when Master got you, you came over, what tribe were you when you came over? Okay, then your mother and your father weren't the same.
Right.
So what tribe was your mother from? What tribe? You don't know.
Don't know.
Then they mixed, they took the kid and put the kid somewhere who's already mixed from two different tribes.
Right.
Who's already mudded, as we'll call it. And now they gone and they hit with somebody else, or possibly another mutt.
Yup.
Then those kid went and then they mudded and went. So now you washed away.
That's
can't-
right.
I remember years ago, man, listen, I don't know, y'all probably remember this photo. Man, we had Kool-Aid. Shit, man, Kool-Aid get low, man. Shit, you add some water in that thing. You add some water in that thing. You said, man, that thing back up, bro. Man, you just, all you do is put some more sugar in
Sugar,
it.
that's right.
And then that thing get back low, you add some more water. That thing lightening up.
All right.
Put some more sugar in now. You go back one more time. All you ever done got is some white,
Sugar
some
water.
dirty looking water with some sugar in it. Because guess what happened? You begin to, and you know why you, this now, how many of y'all remember stuff like that? You think the first time you got up, you got them. It's back up. I remember dumping ice in it sometime. That thing will put, but you ain't got no more fluid. The ice done fooled you. But we've done all these practices. You see what I'm saying? And the realization come in, nothing's changed, or you washed away what you had. Y'all got what I'm saying? So typically, there's nobody here that can keep straight linen and trace back to it. This is just gonna be a lie, okay? Because we mixed and mingled too much. So now, what connection or how can I become a part? Who controls what nationality you are? You got Salvadorian, you got Puerto Ricans, you got niggerology, you got, I mean, we got everything. I'm just saying though, so who gets to choose what they want to be? So the only way, Caucasian, so the only way we could actually definitively connect to him is by what he just told us.
All right.
Yahushua said to the Yahudim, who among in
Him.
So that tells me there's some Yahudim that didn't.
Right.
So were they not Yahudim?
Yes.
They were, but by how?
Flesh.
And not by Ruach.
That's right.
See, this he was talking to the ones who are among them, which means there were Yahudim who could definitively show and prove I am Yahudim. But you don't among, so I'm not talking to you. In him, if you truly among stay in my,
The bar.
which would be to continue. You are my Talmudim, you are the Talmudim, you are the taught one because the teaching has instructed you to do that. Which means you've been lamed. See, it all reverts still right back to our early writings that you actually been instructed.
Sir.
Let's see what he told. Verse 32. Listen.
And ye shall know the Amat.
See, listen. So what did we know before that?
Know the Amat.
See, that's what happened. A lot of us know stuff now, but it ain't the truth.
Come on. That's right.
I know a lot of stuff. It ain't the truth.
That's right.
And he told the only way to know the truth is to be the Ben.
That's right.
Because the noon was also symbolic, synonymous with the Ben, a son. Because a son can recede. So now he just told us, and if you actually look at it being practical, he's talking about and you knowing the truth. The only way to know the truth was to be the being. Hello? So that's how we translate it through the information. That's how we'll transform. He told you how.
Knowing your mind.
By going in a blood transfusion.
Oh, sir.
It was always a mental. Abraham had the mental state, the mental capacity, the understanding, and the knowledge of. That's why he made a berith with him. Now you're trying to get a berith. What's your mental capacity? Unstable, stupid, dumb, disobedient, reckless. Now what berith he gonna make with a person like that? Makes absolutely no sense. That would make him unstable. Now, through the information, now what do we used to typically know? Sight. See, why the man keep referencing back to stuff that's our early writing? How do you know? Even going to classroom, so you can educate them and just blindfold all of them. Because those kids that your teacher will tell you, they're looking as well as they're being taught.
Right.
Whether they're hearing direction, they're actually looking.
Right.
And seeing. It helps them to comprehend what they're hearing.
Right.
So now they understand. He said, now you should know, which means what happened. Now I've taken the blindness off of I've unshaded your eyes.
Right.
So the people that don't believe, it's because their eyes are shaded.
Right.
Yeshayahu had already told them that. Having how is it that you got eyes and you can't see?
Shaded.
They're shaded. That's what we're trying to do.
Yes, sir.
It's hard to believe something you can't really see. And you really don't have no mental clarity on what they're saying. But we did it. Jesus rocked us to sleep for hundreds of years.
Come on. That's right.
We couldn't see that stuff. We know we couldn't. Your grandparents couldn't either. They're telling lies.
That's right.
People just don't want to turn around and admit the truth. You know what? It's hard to just turn around. I've been driving one time before you been going. You done drove, so you saying, and you say, you know what? I'm going to try that way. You going here, you don't keep going. You like, this time I can't turn around. It look bad. I just got to keep going. In some kind of way. And then you get way out the damn way, you realize, I should have turned my ass around when I had the chance. Man just made it. How many have done that before?
Yeah.
And you keep using, you know what? And I'm just going, and this shit ain't working. It's looking good by the surface, but it's only putting you further out the way.
Yeah.
And that's all it is with you. He just put us further out the way.
Yeah.
Instead of looking at, I should have just turned around.
Yep.
And then you piss with yourself.
Yep.
You wasted the time.
True.
Come on, listen now. You should know the Amat,
And the Amat shall make you free.
He said, make you free. See, this is different. Once I know it, I'm just going to have now this is your direction. It's going to bring, then we look at for halal. He said it's going to bring you out to freedom.
Right.
He said, you know the truth, and the truth set you free. Guess what happened? Let's go with the statement of set you free. 1865, 68, what somewhere around, what did Abraham Lincoln do?
Emancipation.
According to what it's constipation. He gave us the constipation. Now, that's when he constipated us, around about that time, somewhere right there, okay? So now you look at that. So which means the South was supposed to do what? So that means, and they knew about it, that they had to be let go. Where did they go?
Nowhere.
So does you knowing just make you free?
Nope.
You see, this carnal now, you understand it, don't you? They knew about the Emancipation Proclamation, didn't they? They didn't understand the writings well, but they knew that Negroes had to be let go, right? Which means, and that was the truth, supposedly, right? Based off the writing. Were they free? No. So now you look at what he told you gonna do. The Amat shall bring you out to freedom. So that's me, it's gonna be something that's gonna draw me, that's going to attract me to this. Y'all got what I'm saying? That's why he talked about how it's written in the Nabaim.
Yeah, I'll be taught him.
Every each, therefore, that has
Heard.
and has
Learned.
been learned about, does what?
Cometh unto me.
That's what's going to get you to freedom. Think about this. In Yasharal, when they was in Misraim, Yahuwah taught them. He had Musha to come down to teach them before they left. They had some prior knowledge before they got to Masaum. You know what I'm saying? When they came there, he said, when they have come out, they shall come here. They're going to shall me here. Here they'll be free. Here is where they're going to get the real vibrant information that's going to keep them in the liberty. Got it? So that's what it was. Some had to draw them there. And that was through the prior teachings. Now, when they get here, I can fill them with information. You got it? So now we come on just thinking we know something, we're going to go somewhere and do so. It's not going to happen. This is a process. He could have came and taught them in Mizraim, but let's just be practical. What good was it going to do them where they was at? Let me see. Yeah, still got a slave. Man done came down and showed you. Listen, watch that. Dog, watch that. Sun back up. Watch me pour that water. Watch that. See that white water? Red. Watch me do that. Water back white. Water back blue. See that? Watch that. Look at them frogs hopping through him. Frogs gone. Watch me right there. Look at them locusts. Y'all see them? Locusts are gone. You do know they had to see that before Mizraim seen it. Most of y'all are not conscious. This didn't happen one time. This happened more than one time. He told him to show them all of the signs. They had to see the odds. So some had to verify. That's how they knew. Oh, let me get. Who all them locusts? Must be the Lord. Frogs all over the ground. There go Jesus. Think about how we think. They show you a movie. They show you this stuff, and people start believing. They only believed Amat because Musa showed it to them first. So it lined back up to what they seen the first time. Right quick, say that the 4th chapter of the book of, say that 4 and 22, Allah Shamu. I know, I'm telling them to let y'all go. Just give me a second, go. We got to wipe away stupidity. It's killing us. They call it Exodus, it's Allah Shamut. $4.22. I'll probably read down, probably 25. Where my young people at? We too old. What about now? Joseph, you got the answer. Joseph, this answer better be right. You know I'm gonna fight you, don't you? Don't you know I want to fight you? Your answer gonna be right. Don't be thinking about it, Joe. Is your answer gonna be right? I'm gonna take a chance on you. Tell them what Allah Shamut means. You just read. What we got on him? Micaiah. What is it? And these were the names. That's right. That's right. That's right. You need to know. We go to these books. Y'all need to know what they're titled for. That's what it is. These are the names. Let's see what happened. 4 and 22. Listen.
And thou shalt say unto Pharaoh, thus said Yahuwah, Yasharal is my being, even my firstborn. And I say unto thee, let my being go, that he may abide me. And if thou refuse to let him go, behold, I will slay thy being, even thy firstborn. And it came to pass by the rock in the end that Yahuwah met him and sought to moot him. Then Zipporah took a sharp abon and cut off the foreskin of her being and cast it at his regal and said, surely a dumb husband art thou to me.
A bridegroom of blood to me. Okay.
So he let him go. Then she said, a dumb husband thou art because of the circumcision.
Okay. Listen.
And Yahuwah said to Aharon, go into Bamarbar to meet Musa. And he went and met him in the heart of Elohim and kissed him. And Musa told Aharon all the Dabarim of Yahuwah who had sent him, and all the odds which he had amar him.
Y'all hear what he did? Musa told Aharon all the words of Yahuwah with which he had sent him, and all the odds that he had amar him. Y'all see what he did? He told him. Let's see what happened.
And Musa and Aharon went and gathered together all the Zakanim of the Benim of Yasharal. And Aharon spake all the Dabarim which Yahuwah has spoken unto Mashah.
Let's see that. See, and Aharon spoke all the word which Yahuwah had spoken to Mashah. That's it. That's how they knew about it. That's how he knew about it. Guess what? Because he spoke to him. I left out something.
Yes, sir.
What I could have possibly forgot. Let's see what he did.
And did the art in the of the arm.
Yes,
That's
sir.
why the people believe.
That's right. That's right.
These people don't teach us nothing.
That's right.
Dumbass. Be sitting around here and just jump around here, run across some flies, run around some gnats. How many barbecues I've been in, gnats been there?
That's right.
What you say? I said, woo, he working again. That's the damn barbecue. All that sausage, grit, and bitter waste everywhere, watermelon seeds.
That's right.
There were gnats there. Don't you know why? So in order for them to believe, first of all, he had to tell them something before it happened. And then it happened. Then he had to come along and repeat the action because they had to believe it by 2 to 3 witnesses.
Right, right.
These fellas, man, you ain't had no witness believe nothing you believe.
That's right.
Well, these folks too dumb. They show you a movie. When they show you this?
Never.
When you been taught this? What made you think them people gonna jump up and go somewhere and they see all this shit happen, they don't know where it come from? I might be walking right into it.
Right, right.
See, you'll do it because you spiritual. Them people weren't stupid. He know them people don't know what they seen that shit. They don't not say run out of here. I don't know what's going on. If it's happening here, probably worse out there.
Right, right.
It was to get them so they would leave. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to this man. What I'm going to do to this man Beth. What I'm going to do to his son. And I want you to come out from him. So all this was done at the same time to get them out of there. Because when these signs happen, I know y'all niggas lazy. They lazy niggas just like y'all all day. And he knew that when them folks see all this stuff happening, they're going to put you out of there. You ain't gonna have nowhere to go but to come see me. For the procrastinators, you're gonna get out of there. You know what's gonna happen if I'm gonna look at? If your ass don't leave, I'm gonna kill you. Cause my kid's dying. What make you think I'm gonna let you stay here? As long as you stay here, my kid's gonna die. How long do you think you got? Your ass dead. Cause he knew, you slow to move. Y'all the same people. You trace back, slowly, ain't just slow, lazy to move, afraid what's gonna happen to you. What's happening to you right now? It's nice to, live in that world you live in that signs just pop up and people just jump up and start believing. Why would I just start believing it? I'll move right quick, 3 and 3. They call it Amos. Listen,
Can two walk together
unless,
except they be agreed?
so they made an appointment. See that? They're agreed on a specific time, on a specific action. That's why Shamuel couldn't walk with Shaul. He said, because I don't agree with what you did. We had no agreement on that. I'm not going with you. Let's see what happened.
Will
Listen.
Ari roar in the forest when he
right.
hath no prey?
See that? Listen.
Will a young Ari sayak out of his den if he have taken nothing?
So you'll be talking to people that do what?
And
Who? Hold on. What you say? They know about him. That's going to be familiar with Ari. They got to be familiar with Ari, his nature, how he operates. Because you'll tell them, I don't know nothing about Ari. I'll be honest with you, I don't know. You tell me. Willie? I don't know, Willie? If y'all looked at it, if y'all remember paying attention to the hieroglyphs, Miss Raim had the Ari on there. They do it because
Yeah.
they know what he was symbolic to.
that's right.
His hair looks like a crown. That's his glory. Y'all got it? And body also is a part of his protection. That's like you see a person on royalty. They get protection. All that hair around that too. Let me tell you something. He's a fighter. When he fight, the animal, tip of the other animal he gonna fight that look like him, what he go for? They jugglers. When you go for heels, you finna get a mouthful of hair. It's gonna choke you out. That's part of protection. That's part of his defense. Hello?
Yes, sir.
All right, we're trying to show y'all something. All right, let's see what else he told her. What's that? All right, listen.
Can a bird fall in a snare upon their rods
Well, what?
where no gin is for him?
You see what he told? He said, let me ask you that. He said, now, does a bird get caught in a trap on the ground when there ain't no bait set there for him? Somebody set that trap. That's what he's trying to tell them. This is stuff people know. They got caught into a trap because somebody baited them into it. What else happened?
Shall one take up a snare from their rods and have taken nothing at all?
Sometimes what trappers will do, they'll come and check their traps and say, now come now. They'll freshen up the bait and they'll just leave it and wait. Because they know eventually, I'm going to catch something. And you want to know why we've been sitting here so long? Because Yahuwah know eventually, I'm going to catch something. That's his whole goal. I'm waiting to catch something. Listen.
Shall a shofar be blown in the city, and the arm not be afraid?
They don't tremble if what happened?
Shall there be Rasha in a city, and Yahuwah hath not done it?
He said, if calamity occurs in a city, has not Yahuwah did it? Listen.
Surely Yahuwah Elohim will do nothing.
Hold on, do what? Let's read it again, I'm sorry.
Surely Yahuwah Elohim will do nothing.
So you saying he don't have the ability to do nothing. Based off of that, we'll just stop it right there. See, all this stuff going on, he can't do it. He's not able to do it. So people need to start lying on him saying that he be doing stuff. Because according to what we just read, he can't do it. He doesn't have the ability. He doesn't have the ability to do it. Is that all of it? No. What happens?
But he revealeth his secret unto his Abadim, the Nabaim.
That's why they knew about it before he did it.
That's right.
You want to know why you don't know? I wonder. Maybe I'll pray about it. Like, Josh, have you gotten an answer yet for that question? And I wouldn't get the answer if I prayed and asked him why they don't have it either. That's why he showed it to them. Those people were willing to serve him. They were willing to be his abad. That's the kind of mind you got to have. Got to be willing to serve. All this stuff, this magical hocus pocus stuff, you believe it, don't make sense. He had to give us something that we had to know about. When Covenant asked him when was the end of the world, you think he can just come and just tear that world up and everybody just going to jump up and just start following him? Based off of what? Everybody trying to say their own life. Unless you tell us first what's going to happen.
That's right.
Well, there'll be earthquakes in different places. There'll be nations that'll rise up against nations. There will be distress of nations. He told you all these things were going to happen, where to stay out of. And all these folks still trying to run back to Jerusalem.
Mm-hmm.
He told you to stay out of it.
Mm-hmm.
He said if you're in it, you need to get out.
Mm-hmm.
If you plan on going out, don't you enter in, because these will be the days of vengeance.
Mm.
So why do you think he told you that? Because he can't do it unless you knew his secret. That's why Yahushua told you that you are my being if you do my Re'ah, if you do whatever I tell you.
Amen.
So henceforth I won't call you a bard. I'll call you a Re'ah.
That's right.
Because all things that I heard in my Abba.
They known unto you.
That's why Mushah came out and told Aharon. Because I know you'll do whatever I command you. That's two.
Let me come.
Just a second.